Water in my cup. Water in my cup. What's up, gang? What's up, gang? What we doing? Water in my cup. Salute. Y'all know what day it is. Y'all know what day it is. We don't want to hear you say, listen. Y'all know what day it is. Ice, baby. Listen, water in my cup. Get you a snack. Ghost Gaming, I see you. Get you a snack. Richard, tomatoes in the chat. Tomato man, we out here. Let's get it. Diego, cool said, quality in the building. Salute. Listen, it's time. We got something to talk about. It's time. It's time. Appreciate you guys locking in. It's tomato time. We throwing tomatoes at that boy. Listen, gang. Y'all know what it is. Tomato man. Let me break it down before we get started. What's going on? If y'all don't know who Tomato Man is, he is a superhero that is fighting for hip hop against the villain ICEMAN, and they both are Drake. He's fighting himself. It's a lifelong battle against himself. Tomato Man, we need you. We need you tonight more than ever. We need you tonight more than ever. They out of control, gang. They out of control. I done heard some nonsense today, gang. I done heard some nonsense today. Right? We're going to get the Ray Daniels talking crazy. I just heard that. Just heard that. Right? We're going to get to that. His takes are perpetually bad anyway. Just going to be honest. Listen, shout out to the company, man. I was on the company, man, last night on Culture United. Salute to those who tuned in. We had a great night. 5 hours long, gang. Right? Great night. Salute the company, man. We was there. Fun times. Water in my cup. Sarah, I see you. Noah, I see you. Diego, Pollen. Or is that Fallen? Fallen, Mike, Cool said, Hanzo, Queen B, Lemon Jello Green, Nails Burn, Modcast. Sam's in the building. Sarah, I see you, Sarah. Priscilla, Camilla Johnson, Gillaville. Listen. Listen, gang, we gonna get busy. Shout to Quality. And I saw somebody in the chat saying, tell Charles that Google's trying to get at him. They got at me. I talked to him. We making some progress. But I filled out paperwork. We're gonna see what happens. It's getting there. We might get the page back soon. We're gonna see. They working on it. So I did talk to them, okay? But until then, you know what this is. This whole week, fundraiser, gang. I don't get $1. I'm doing this for tips. I'm doing this for tips right now, gang. So it is what it is. Cash App, Charles Brown, Venmo, Charles Brown. I even got the setup. I put up a fundraiser for Tomato Man. We're going to make Tomato Man into a comic book, right? I got the fundraiser already over there on GoFundMe. It already hit the goal, but the goal keeps going up, right? Because we need more. We set a low goal and it keeps going up. But we gonna get this guy. We gonna get a book for this guy right here. We gonna get a book, right? We gonna get a Tomato Man book. This is happening, gang. This is happening. This is happening, gang. We gonna get a Tomato Man comic book, gang. I'm dead ass. This is happening, right? Head on over to head on over to GoFundMe. Lock in as much as $1, $5 you want to put into the GoFundMe of Tomato Man. But this is happening. This is happening. All you got to look for on GoFundMe, it says, bring Tomato Man to life. And it's right there. All right. So listen, we got a good time, gang. Get you Jolly Ranchers, right? If you like tomato stew, get you some tomato stew. Listen, lemonade, Strawberry lemonade, all that in the third. We about to get spooky hilarious, gang. I'm telling you right now, it's so much going on. And I'm gonna be honest, I only touched the tip of the iceberg last night on Culture United, gang. Let me know how the sound is too, right? Let me know. Look at it. Look at this. Look at this. Look at the concepts for look at the concepts for Tomato Man. Look at the concepts. Look at what we got going on. Watch this one. There's a whole story going on. Look at this one. We got that. We fighting Iceman. It's a whole thing, gang. We here. We locking in. We locking in. What else? Let me see another one. Hold on. Let me show you this one. Tomato Man is real. It's happening. We need something to fight this Iceman bullshit, gang. I'm just gonna be honest. We need something, gang. Let me see. It won't switch. We need them. We need them. We need them. But what's going on, gang? Let's get serious. Let's get serious, right? Let's get serious. We gonna get serious. Let me let this load up. All right. I don't know why this thing's so slow, but I'm gonna let this load up. Tomato Man. Tomato Man. This is my guy. He's going to save us all from this awkward ass, weird ass rapping that we just got. Homeboy put out a leak last night, gang. We got a leak last night, right? We got a leak last night. And I want to discuss this leak. I try to lyrics on right? But I want to talk about this song from last night, and I talked about it to Company Man. We had a conversation, and let me get this out of here. We had a conversation. Hold on, gang. This shit won't leave. There we go. We had a conversation, right? About that song, the 1 a.m. Is it 1 a.m. in Albany? I want to talk about this. Right? Because what I heard, gang, was appalling. And I do want to say I respect everybody's opinion, right? If you like it, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with liking it. But to me, right? To me, give me a second. Let me get this juice. Thank you. I am? Okay. But to me, bad gang. This thing acting wild crazy, gang. Give me a second. This shit acting wild crazy. Give me a second. Give me a second, gang. We back? All right. All right, we back. We're going to be here for a while. We're going to be here for a while. Give me a second, gang. All right, we back. We good. This thing keep freezing on me. I'm trying to figure out why it's freezing. Must be Tomato Man. He drawing too much power. But gang, let me talk to you. When I was on the show last night, right? Me and Company Man, we were going through and L, salute to L, right? Me and Company Man and L, we were going through the lyrics from the 1 a.m. in Albany, right? And I kind of had a little bit of a conniption fit because we're watching a man still trying to relitigate this battle. And I'm like, gang, like, honest to God, man, I think we can't listen to you no more. We cannot believe you no more, gang. And at this point, if you're still talking about this man who obviously has moved on, right? Dot has moved on. Let's just be honest. Dot has moved on. And we still got you still here bringing up this stuff. You're still talking about LeBron. You're still talking about J. Cole. How many times we gonna rehash this stuff, gang? And I was talking to Company Man last night, and I really was telling him, I was just saying, for the record, I feel like the culture itself is moving past this whole discussion. And by him trying again, we once again have to relitigate this whole thing. People don't want to relitigate it. They don't want to relitigate it. At this point, it's a dead issue. When I watch bring up the people in these situations from 2 years ago, when I see him bring up things about people that never really was his friends like that anyway, like LeBron was like, we cool and all that, but we was never that cool where I'm not gonna go to the Papa House. I don't think he's understanding they were never that cool. You're literally rehashing, you're making records all over again about the pop out, right? Now, what I am gonna do though, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I think the track may have been recorded a while ago, right? Hopefully, Lord willing, that's not a new track and you're still in that same space. Because if you're still in that same space, gang, you need therapy. And I see these guys on Twitter. Well, first of all, most people on Twitter, even on Twitter, I told you it's heavy Drake over there. Even they are kind of like shaky on it, right? Yeah, you got some people like, oh, hooray, they love it. Some people love it, right? But for the most part, I want to say the consensus is like 75, 80 are saying this ain't it and we don't want this, right? That's what we're getting. That's what I'm getting when I'm seeing these people online. I'm getting a we don't want this victim rap. I listened to quite a few YouTubers, commentators today, right? Most of them don't want this. Most of the people wanted something with a little more pep. People are saying it's low energy, right? People are saying it's the same old flow you've been kicking for 10 years. It's nothing new, right? I'm not going to dime wifey out too much, but wifey said, I like it, right? Some people like it. And you know, my brother-in-law, he loves, listen, I told you, he the biggest Drake fan. Of course, he texted to me last night in the group chat, text the song to me. He love it, right? But you got to want to hear that kind of rapping. You got to kind of want to hear a man who's 100% defeated, but he still wants to talk about the defeat as if it didn't happen. You did not win this thing, sir. It didn't go your way. I don't know what kind of delusion you're under that you can still regurgitate this battle and make it seem like somehow you won. And everything that he said in the song, and we're going to get to what he said, you can't cage the owl, this, that, third. Everything he said in the song, to me, should have been said right after Not Like Us dropped. That's how I feel like the song might not be that new. I think he sat on this record. I think he sat on a couple of these records because they all have the same theme to a degree. It feel like they all kind of are not really catching up with the times. It's like time warp shit, right? It's like bro is stuck in a time warp, still trying to figure out what went wrong and trying to make it like it didn't happen the way we think it did, right? I don't know what's going on, but that side is really, really stuck in a place that they think that they still are fighting this battle. They are that one Japanese guy that's still in a hole that don't know the battle is over. They still want these bars. The Drake people I'm talking to, they want these bars. They want this get back. They want them to react to Not Like Us. Imagine this. I'm like this gang. You know how much stuff has happened since he put the owl in the cage? Like, let's be honest. Like when you saw him put the owl in the cage, that was all the rage one night, gang. Like he got the owl in the cage. That was all the rage back in, what was it, May of 2024? You can't come back now in 2026 and say you can't cage the owl. Well, he already did it. You should have said that the same night he did it. You can't come back now and tell us you can't cage the owl. You let the owl sit in that cage for 2 years, Mike G. Like, what are we doing? You're still, and I'm gonna get to the lyrics. I'm about to pull those lyrics up, but I'm like, so we're just now defending the owl. We're just now getting there when the album is about to drop at midnight. You drop a leak, mind you, they pulled the leak down from everywhere at this point. Like, you can't find that. I can't find it, right? You can't find them 2 leaks that it was 2 or 3 songs. Them things they nowhere, right? End of the day. So I'm like this. You're going to leak the song, right? You're going to pretty much address issues that are 2 years old. You're going to address a man that beat you bad in a battle, and you're going to come back talking about stuff that's already been discussed 3-4 times since the battle happened. Is that what you're telling me? You're going to tell me you're going to do height jokes, short jokes. You're doing what sounded like a fart joke, right? And then you're still doing LeBron rhetoric. And people want to know why real hip hop heads not taking this stuff serious. You're dissing Joe Budden, J. Cole, and LeBron James. People who do not want smoke. Right? And then the one guy you should be ripping into, and that's what I was saying last night on the show, get at it then. If this what it is, then don't sub it and you're subbing and hitting all these different people. Get at it. Right? If it's dot, then it's dot. Get at it. In my opinion. Right? To me, this is why we can't respect it. Everybody's trying to figure out why hip-hop heads like myself who really want to get in there, like when we gonna do it, we gonna really do it. Hip-hop heads gonna really get in there, right? We had Nick Grant on the show last night, played a dope-ass record by Nick Grant, right? That's the kind of rapping I'm talking about. And guess who's in the chat talking shit? Yep, you guessed it, Drake fans. The only ones in the everybody in the chat like, this is a dope record. I love this record. Da, da, da. Guess who's the only one talking about put on some Drake? They can't even think past this guy because they're not hip hop heads. But every hip hop head in the show last night loved Nick Grant's music. I told him straight up. I said, listen, I'm doing a top 25 list for albums. I do one for the whole year. This album is going to be on there, guaranteed. But it's hip hop. And hip hop guys that get at it, glasses, and this, that, and the third, they're not going to wait 2 years to address something from 2 years ago. That's what we're seeing with this record. We're seeing a man addressing things and issues that happened 2 years ago. And I made the statement last night. DMX wait 2 years to address another rapper, right? Would Beanie Siegel wait 2 years? And some of you gonna say, Charles, he didn't really wait 2 years. How did he address them? We haven't heard nothing but leaks. We haven't heard no real, this is for you, right? This is for my number one. We ain't heard none of that. We ain't heard no, this is for that little dude that went at me. I'm coming back like Jordan wearing the 4-5. We ain't hear that. We heard a couple that we think, if I got to think 100 times that one line, it might be possibly about somebody, then you didn't get at him, gang. I'm just going to be honest. Yeah, we get subliminal. We've been getting subliminals for years. But at this point, if you that mad about, you still mad about him putting that owl in the cage, you should have been got that owl, okay? That owl been in that cage for 2 years at this point. He's staring at the owl. They staring at each other. You ain't come get him, right? So I personally don't want to hear nothing about the owls don't do this and the owls don't do that. You can't cage them. I don't want to hear that because that owl got caged way back before the Super Bowl, gang. Okay, so end of the day, there's a problem with me, with my sensibilities. I'm like that guy in the barbershop, right? You know the guy that come in the barbershop and he's sitting in the barber chair even when he ain't getting his hair cut, and he talks shit looking at the TV. That's my energy, because I come from a place where we really understand the culture, right? We really understand the culture. And I think that what we're seeing right now is almost an entire, first of all, it's too many people trying to speak about the culture that don't understand it. Just like the guys in the chat talking about put on some Drake, and it's with Nick Grant in there, and we're trying to listen to Nick Grant's music and the culture. And that's who we got to deal with. Let me see what's going on in the chat. Y'all couldn't hear me? Can y'all hear me now? Let me know. We glitching? Let me see. Is we glitching? Let me know if we glitching. The thing acting crazy, gang. They're trying to stop your boy. They don't want no Tomato Man tonight. We're gonna be at it though. We're gonna get at it. Diego, what's good? Talk to me. Talk to me. Let me see who in. Miss Tiny in here, Priscilla in here, Lorena in here. It's gonna get crazy. 91 in here. Listen, let me know. Peace, happiness. Listen, I guarantee y'all doing a good job in that mod. That joint with Saheem Ransom was crazy. It was crazy. And that's why you got to think, man. This what you got to think. We saw a guy drop or leak the record that's still taking shots at a man who demolished him. But you're not taking direct shots at him. You're all over the place once again. Do you know what? Do you know what respect? And do you know? And we're gonna talk about Chud. We're gonna talk about other things too. It's not gonna be Drake the whole time. We're gonna talk about Chud. We're gonna talk about there's a whole lot of stuff going on. We're gonna talk about a lot of shit. All right. But end of the day, I heard the record last night. Gang, and I know it's gonna be some people like Charles, because somebody said it in the chat last night. Charles, you just hate on everything. right? They're like, you just hate on everything. He said in the chat last night, this old head just hate on everything. No, I don't hate on everything. I hate on bullshit. And I'm gonna be honest. Company man read the lyrics for that last night, and I was like, "Are you dead ass? Like seriously? Is this really what we're writing? This what we writing right now in 2026? Even if it's a record that you did a while ago. First of all, you shouldn't even have leaked it. We know you leaked it, gang. Stop with this nonsense. We know you leaked it. Let's stop playing these games. Okay? We know what happened. We know what the deal is. Hey Drake, they're not slow, right? Okay. So what I'm saying is we know you leaked it, but why? If it's an old record and those sentiments are old, then why would you leak it? Well, we getting this timestamp, right? We getting this you know what they telling him in his ear. You got to think somebody's telling him this stuff too, right? This is advice. This is advice at this point. Somebody's telling him, listen, Drizzy, you know they need a timestamp record. Everybody want a timestamp record. Gang, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be honest. When I heard this thing, I think we done with the timestamps. I think we done here. I think the timestamp era is over. I'm gonna tell you why. Because if you tell me it's a timestamp record and then I hear it and it sound like every other timestamp record in 2026, I think we're done. I think we're done. That means it's a formula. It has no meaning now because you go into it, give me a soul sample, some soul singing on it, start it off with that, have it slow, and I'm just going to go in with this same Drizzy flow that they want. Only people really want it is the hardcore fans. At this point, you got to understand something about hip hop and music. Music changes. Music moves and changes. It doesn't stay the same. So if you come out with something that is you've been doing 10, 15 years in a row or however long, and it keeps sounding the exact same, at some point, it's not going to be cool no more. So when you do a timestamp record that is exactly like it's always is, at some point, that's like Rakim is a great lyricist, but if he come out with a paid in full every time he come out with the same, it's gonna get old. It's gonna get boring. And it's not gonna move people the same way it moved people before. I'm just gonna be honest. They say I be hating, I be giving bro advice, mad advice all day. If he sat down and just listened to my shit, he would have a whole bunch of nuggets as to why this hip hop thing ain't gonna work. As to why he's a pop star trying to be a rapper. Okay? Because let's just be honest. When you okay, let me ask you guys. When you heard it, I saw a lot of you in the chat wasn't feeling it whatsoever, right? If it was good, at least some of you would be like, let's join all right, but let's hear the whole album. People was throwing trash cans and shit. Like it's I get it. I get it. Everybody gonna do what they do, right? I understand that. Everybody gonna take sides, this, that, and the third. But there are still some neutral people out there that's gonna give the shit a chance. And I saw way more people not impressed, right? Because I feel like what you're doing, you're trying to recreate a moment in time. You're trying to reintroduce us to something that we've already been introduced to over and over again. We're not there no more. You can't re-impress us with the same moves. We're not trying to do that anymore. End of the day. Right? And I want to get to all of the lyrics on that thing. I couldn't find them all, so I guess I got to deal with the ones that I can find. But to me, like I was saying last night on the program, I got to kind of believe you. Right? If I don't believe you, that kind of messes up the flow, right? And we got into a conversation of when it's real or too real, rappers trying to be too real, and rappers have lied all, since the beginning of rap. That it's not about lying, right? It's not about lying or being truthful. It's about believing you. And the best artists, even singers, jazz musicians, whoever, the best artists are the ones that you feel you are connecting with. If I can't connect with you, then I can't connect with your music. Why do you think the people that love Outkast really love Outkast? Right? Because they really connect with Outkast. They feel like they're real and genuine. And this guy's never going to get that audience that he's desperate to obtain until he's real and genuine. And when you listen to the lyrics of this sounds like a guy trying to recreate the timestamp and then get you with these disses. At this point, we shouldn't be hearing no disses from a guy who called his lawyer when he lost. It's null and void, is non-valid. You're done. You can't diss no more. And that's why the internet is in an uproar telling him that. That's what's going on right now with that. So we're seeing a guy who desperately wants let's make no mistake. He wants hip hop to say he's the best. This ain't even a question. All of that streaming sound good, and all of them numbers, they get you. He can puff his chest out and say, yo, 15 summers, 10 summers, whatever he wants. He can say this, that, and the third about the amount of albums he sell. But when when his name comes up, he wants you to say he's a really, really good rapper and people love what he does. That is not being said anymore. It is way too contentious out here, and he's not getting that love by no stretch of the imagination. And it's taking a toll on him, and you can hear it in the music. He's still trying to figure out why. He's still trying to figure out why you weren't fair to him when he did that. Family Matters, and when he did push-ups, and he did Taylor Made, a really good record in his mind. Like, come on, who did Tupac's voice? Who's ever done that, right? And a lot of people gave him props for doing that. So he's still trying to figure out why you guys are still being unfair. They're still trying to tell us that his raps are better on Family Matters than everything else that came out in the whole battle. They're still trying to tell us that the lyrics are better. That's where we are with this. That's where we are. Because he really wants the rap world to really approve of him. He wants the approval from the hip hop heads, but you'll never get it because, for one, you jumped in 3 rap battles. Let's just be honest, you backed out of 2 of them. Let's just call it what it is. You claim you got this record for Pusha T that to this day would have destroyed his career. Had you released it, you had to be talked out of it by Jay Prince because your career is way too valuable for you to be as, I guess, mean or whatever on that record. So you backed out of the Pusha T battle, went back to work, made God's plan, made a whole lot of money for yourself and others, right? Then the next battle after that, you went into that one, Big Bone and Brolic. You was like, nah, I'm gonna strike first in this one. Nah. I'm gonna strike twice, this, that, and the third. I'm gonna make sure that you know I'm not playing it. You ain't backing out of this one. I've been waiting for your little ass. He got a thing with him being short, gang. I'm just gonna be honest. Y'all remember that picture where he had his arm around him, sunning him, and Kendrick looking like this? At that moment, Kendrick realized, I don't fuck with this nigga. Right? At that moment, you can see it in his face. He's like, I don't fuck with this nigga. And as soon as this nigga get his arm off me, I'm good. But I think he still think he little bro in him. Right? I think he thinking, oh, I put him on my tour. That's my son. Karen in the building, I see you. So he backed out of that battle too, if you're being honest. And salute the company, man. Last night, he tried to make the case. I said, are you serious? You gonna make this case? But he tried to make the case, right? And we had a conversation. He said, if technically, He said, I don't want to go like, don't clip it up that I'm saying this, but Company Man said technically the verbiage at the end of part 6 was not a white flag because he said, I'm waiting on you. He said, if you're going to let me know when you're going to be truthful at the very, not the rap part, when he's speaking at the end, let me know when you're going to tell the truth. I'm waiting on you. So Company Man says, technically, that is a open, he said, technically it's an open challenge, right? But I'm like, no, because he said in the record, you doing too much. I'm not responding no more. He said he was done in the record, right? So it wasn't no open challenge, none of that nonsense. But some people could make the case that it was okay. He left it out there, but no, because we all knew that the part 6 was a white flag. We knew that. You could feel it, you could tell it, you could smell it. It was right there in your face. It was like this dude is giving up. Everything in the record was I'm giving up. I'm gonna explain my side and I'm gonna give up. Right? And that's why Dot didn't drop them other 5 records that he had. Now, what I said on the show last night, right? I said, so now with this new record for 1 a.m. in Albany, I said, with this new record, you're launching another what could be a battle. Let's just be honest. You don't know what Dot's response going to be. So what you're doing right here is you're launching a battle. But you can't play with it, because what I said is, now let's imagine this. Let's imagine at midnight when he dropped ICEMAN, at 1 o'clock, Dot dropped all 5 of them disc records on the EP, all 5 of them that he had. He just launched it out. I said, that's going to kill his rollout. I said, would that be fair? Would that be right? If he threw out the 5 disc records, I said, what you think they're going to be talking about? Them little bars that he threw? Them little bars that he threw on 1 a.m. in Albany, or the 5 disc records that Kendrick just dropped at 1 o'clock? It's going to destroy the whole ICEMAN rollout. I said, but you're playing with it though, right? I said, he don't want that. He's not built for that, but he wants to pretend that he is and throw these little subs. They ain't even subs. They straight out disses. But you want to bring them up now because your album coming out. I said, oh, if he want to play again, then what if this guy can do anything? He can react. I said, this nigga's a psycho. You see it. K-Dot is a psycho. So if you play with him, he might react in a way that's adverse to what your rollout desires. So you may be looking for a nice little da-da-da-da-da. This dude dropped 5 disc records. It's over. It's over. He could put them out 1 every hour. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Dot this drop. Gang, your record is cooked. Your record is cooked. But you want to play with it. Right? And that's what I mean. I'm like, you called your lawyers, gang. You called your lawyers. And this is what I'm saying. These dudes, right? They want to make me into a hater. They on my Twitter, and I got all the mean tweets I showed y'all last time. They want to make me into a hater for speaking the facts. I'm speaking the facts. You called your lawyer. You're not built like us. So at that point, any respect we owe you is null and void. Now you want to come back and everybody getting all giddy gumdrops about these bars. First of all, they null and void because you know you're not going to react if he react, right? If he react with some more stuff that's even worse than the pedophile line, which it can get worse. I don't know if he knows that. It can get worse. So now you're going to open the case up again. You're going to call. Nah, we're not jacking that. How can we take you serious if you're gonna come back swinging after you got your ass beat? You're gonna come back. Everybody lose. We all accepted that. But how are we gonna take you serious if you come back and you start dissing all over again when we know that you quit and then called your lawyer? And salute to Ray Bay, like that Joe Budden thing. They can't be serious, gang. I don't know who I listened to the Joe Budden the clip of the Joe Budden podcast. They're like, yo, if you come back like this game is over. It's a tidal wave. I'm like, really? What? Right? And in their defense, I believe L said that they only heard the line. They only heard, I'm not defending these niggas because they sound crazy regardless, but they only heard the clip of the dissing part. So they didn't hear the whole record. It's still no for all the reaction, but they just want. I've never seen a more wishy-washy staff ever, gang. So they just want, first of all, the engagement, and they want to sound fair and balanced. And some of them really rock with this dude. Gang, I don't know if y'all know. I don't know if y'all know who Joe Budden really is. Joe Budden is a real killer on the microphone. Budden, the real Joe Budden shouldn't have no respect at all for this guy, because Joe Budden was a part of Slaughterhouse. I don't know if y'all know who Slaughterhouse is, gang. Right? I told you I used to do shows as a promoter, and I did shows with Slaughterhouse. I did like 4 shows with Slaughterhouse out here. And these dudes, these people would come from miles around to see these guys. They wasn't making no money like that, but they had a following. They could make money. They had money making potential. They would have to work a lot harder, a lot harder to get what Joe's getting. Which is why he left rap. Let's just be honest. When Joe learned he could talk that shit and get paid for it, because Joe used to talk shit and get punched for it, right? Joe would get in all kind of beefs for this shit. Joe was always talking shit, just same shit he talk now, that he get millions for. But back in the day, Joe would talk that shit and niggas would be trying to kill his ass, right? So it's 2 different places. When he learned, oh, wait, I can low-key talk this shit, because people used to get so mad. They used to get mad. Like, not no internet mad, right? I believe Joe Budden, I don't know if this was internet business or not, but I believe Joe Budden, somebody fired on him in a when he was in a truck and the gun it, right? So to get in all kind of real, right? But when he realized, yo, these wild ass takes that I say, I can do this and actually get paid for it, right? Somebody talked him into it, into making that podcast. I think it was Peter Rosenberg helped him, of all people. Juice in My Cup, right? Helped him make a podcast. And he made it, didn't name it. I'll name this podcast later, this, that, and the third. And then he got away. He still was rapping, still was trying to rap. That I came out with that album with A-Rab Beats. He's from out here, where I'm from. We ran into each other a whole bunch of times, especially when he was younger. He did that whole album with Murder Music, and then he did that album Man and the Machine. That was his last album, I believe. Now, let me tell you what happened with that album, right? First of all, Joe Mood Music used to be crazy. The Mood Music, Joe was very respected in this business. Okay? Joe was more respected than Drake in this business. And some of you guys don't know Joe, the rapper. All you know is Joe, excuse me, from academics. All you remember Joe is throwing those rocks at those kids with that wife beater on. But Joe Budden was really he was a killer. He was a killer on the mic. It wasn't you couldn't. In Slaughterhouse, they had a hierarchy. Now, all of them was good, right? All of them was good, but it was interchangeable. Who was the best? And I think that was decided per track, okay? Per track. Let's just be honest. Like, one track, Joel be the best. Then another track, Budden to be the best, right? Then another track, Crooked Eye the best. Then another track, Royce the best. Them dudes was always competing and competitive. Slaughterhouse was that was hip-hop, gang. That was hip-hop. Now, Joe Budden was highly respected, but he wasn't making a lot of money. I'm just going to be honest. And I know for a fact, because I was the promoter who paid them when they came here. I was just one person, but I know it wasn't the kind of money that he making now, gang. And Joe knows that. He was like, I'm barely making rent with this shit, right? Just gonna be honest. It's a tough business. But that's called hip-hop. Is for the love of the craft. I'm not saying you're supposed to be broke, destitute, this, that, and the third. But what you are supposed to be is about the craft, whether you make a lot of money at it or a little bit. You're supposed to respect the craft. And Joe Budden did respect the craft. He respected it highly. Now, what had happened with Joe Budden? We're gonna get the Drake this down the third. We hit Tomato Man. Da da da. What happened with Joe Budden? He figured out. Charles Joe said he don't know you. He don't know me. We met a couple times, but he don't know me like that. But listen, what happened with him is this guy was dead ass. I'm not put it like this. It's a struggling art, it's a struggling business, and they signed this thing with Shady Aftermath. I would around that time when they signed with Shady Aftermath when I did those uh I did a tour with Slaughterhouse, right? Around that time. I got a whole video on my other channel that I keep talking about this other channel that I do video. I did rap reviews and I did videos about what really happened. I tell the whole story. It's a whole video about it, right? Around that time, his team, the people he was rocking with, none of which he's with now, right? Because Joe blows things up. But and then just for the record, I don't say I know the nigga. I just did shows with him. That's it. I didn't do shows with him. We did a couple shows, and at that time, I learned a lot about these motherfuckers. Okay, let me put it like that. So, at the end of the day, around that time, they have signed the Slaughterhouse. They hit me up. His team hit me up, said we want to do a quick little tour around New England. Right before they inked the deal with Shady, we're gonna run a little tour, put a little money in their pocket, last minute tour, right? We did it as facts. I got the flyers on my page. I did the shit, okay? So they did it this time the third. Now they was rolling in cars. There wasn't no tour bus, wasn't no shit. That shit was not luxury. It was like 4, 5 niggas, one lady. Like it wasn't like that, okay? So it was low key and it was low budget. They got their little bag and they signed with Eminem. Now, that whole Eminem thing got blown up because of Joe Budden. Joe Budden blew it up for this, that, and the third. And I went years, and I'm finally starting to understand. Now, I'm not gonna say understand. Well, what I do understand is Joe Budden is looking for the next thing, the bigger thing. He constantly, the bigger thing. Constantly, where can I get more money? Where can I get which has worked well for him? This guy is a multi-millionaire at this point, #1 podcaster, this, that, and the third, right? But at that time, back then, Joe Budden, I don't even think he was on Love and Hip Hop yet. I'm not sure. But at the end of the day, this was at a time where he was trying to find the money because it wasn't coming. And the Eminem thing, he started realizing I can't. I'm splitting this money all kind of ways. And Eminem, this, that, and the third, he didn't like him for whatever reason. Blew the whole Slaughterhouse shit up. By the time the second album came out, everybody was complaining about the beats, this, that, and the third. Oh, he won't let you. He making you rap on his beats, this, that, and the third. So it was a whole thing. Blew the whole Aftermath deal up because Joe Budden. Let's just be honest. And then they tried to go forward. Then he blew Slaughterhouse up, right? So, but it's looking for the next thing, looking for this, that, and the third. He did that Man in the Machine. I think it's called Man in the Machine. Correct me if I'm wrong. With A-Rap music, right? A-Rap music. And you could tell on this album, gang, Joe really tried, right? If you're a Joe Budden fan, Joe Budden really tried on that Man. And I think it's called Man in the Machine. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, gang. But on that album, he tried to make hit records and everything. Like he was outside his comfort zone. He was rapping over beats he never rapped to before. It's like, this is it. You could feel it. Like, if this joint don't pop, right? If this joint don't pop, I'm not rapping no more. You could just feel in the air because he was spitting his ass off, and the music was trying to be so big, and it was like, I'm trying to really compete. Record didn't pop. He ended up on Love and Hip Hop, and them checks different. Them some steady checks. Oh, was it Rage Against the Machine? Okay, Rage Against the Machine. Truth, I speak English. Now, if you haven't heard the Rage Against, you sure that's the title, Rage Against the Machine? I thought it was Man Against the Machine. We'll see. I don't know. But if you haven't heard that album, right? Go back and listen to it, and you'll hear what I'm talking about. Joe got records that can get played on the radio. He never, Joe was the T.O. of Slaughterhouse. He never, ever made commercial music. As a matter of fact, that was what the contention was on Slaughterhouse when they went to Eminem, because Eminem was trying to get them a hit record, a big record, and Joe felt away. because they was real spitters. They didn't want hit records. They didn't want to make records for the radio. They didn't want no club play. They wanted to make these records for their core. And Joe realized Joe is very smart, even though Joe, he'll drive you crazy, but he's very smart because he realizes when he's a thinker and he realized, even though we got this core, I'm splitting this shit 4 ways, right? The little bit we are getting, I'm splitting this shit 4 ways. Yeah, I'm talking about Rage in the Machine with A-Rap Music. That's the record I'm talking about. He's like, I'm splitting this shit 4 ways. It ain't a lot coming in. We're doing these little shows here and there. And then I got Eminem trying to change us. A lot of you guys flaked on that first Slaughterhouse record, which was a fine record. But you guys were like, oh no, da-da-da. Be honest. Be honest. A lot of you guys flaked on that first Slaughterhouse. So then they had contention because the reviews wasn't what they thought. People was like, it's okay, right? It's okay. Some people liked it. They had good record. I like the first 2 tracks off the 2 songs they released. I like most of the album. But some of you guys were saying that first Slaughterhouse record had too many Eminem beats and it was too much commercial stuff. You guys are funny. You guys are funny in some regards, guys. I'm just gonna be honest. So, end of the day, that first Slaughterhouse got mixed reviews, and that's when the tension started. So when they started doing the second one, Joe came out with this conversation about the beats. I don't know if y'all remember that. He wasn't feeling the beat. Eminem gave us all these beats. He was clowning Eminem, clowning up the beats. That's the way to destroy the relationship with Eminem. And I think he had a personal thing with Eminem too. I think he just had something with him. I'm just gonna be honest. I think he never really explained, but I don't I think he had something with Eminem. Maybe he didn't like that Eminem was so powerful over. I think he don't really like, he got a problem with authority, low key. Okay, so he blew up the Eminem thing, goes on Love and Hip Hop, gets into it with Consequence, and this, that, and damn near blew that up, blew up to here. He just blows up everything, and that's what started to make me be like, yo, because I think the Love and Hip Hop and the Slaughterhouse kind of intertwined. I think they both was around the same time, but that what used to bother me. I used to watch his career, and I'm like, everything this guy gets, he blows it up. Everything Joe Budden get, he blows it up. I sat there and watched him. Me and Wifey used to watch the Love and Hip Hop. I sat there and watched him purposely destroy this shit with Tahiri. You're like, bro, why would you do half this shit you're doing is absolutely destructive behavior. And I get it. He's like, oh, I was a user at this time. I was doing this, that, and the third, da. But I saw him destroy so much shit. I started being like, I don't want to watch this guy. We stopped watching Love and Hip Hop after like season 2. Like we get so frustrated, right? We was like, I can't do this no more, right? It just got so ridiculous. So we stopped watching it, right? So Joe Budden became he became well known for that, and the money, them checks are different over there. They're very stable. The music business checks ain't different. I mean, they're not stable. They come here and they come there, and a lot of them ain't that big when you don't have them biggest records, them big ass records. That's why a lot of them went on Love and Hip Hop, right? Remember the narrative of Love and Hip Hop was you are broke if you go on there. I don't know if y'all remember that, right? End of the day. So what was going on is Joe was trying to find his way to a bag, and that podcasting thing at one point, that was the only. It wasn't okay. Let me put it like this. It wasn't super lucrative, but it was looking like that's the only way to go if you're not making it super big in the music business no more. It's to the podcasting, right? Which is kind of like it is now. Now it's even more guys. Like gang, you gotta understand, when you see Fabulous, Mano, Jim Jones, and Dave East podcasting, you know that now that's where the money is. Them 4 guys would never have been on no mic talking about nobody else. They would have never done that. Not Mano, not Jim Jones. This is where the older gentlemen, right? The elder statesmen go. That's why Bag Fuel and Matt Hoffa, all of these guys are now sitting in front of microphones on couches, right? Because that's where the money is, right? So that's where we are with this Joe Budden. Joe Budden transitioned into the podcast space and never looked back. That money, that's why this nigga ain't rapping years, right? When he did them 4 diss records, the last nigga made him rap was Drake. And he said if Drake's dissing more here, he coming out of retirement, right? If that's what I heard. He said if Drake dissing more ICEMAN, he's coming out of retirement too far back, which I don't believe it, but that's what he said, allegedly. So end of the day, we said all that to say this. Joe Budden is a spitter. He was one of the best spitters in the business at one point. Underrated. And yeah, he said a lot of stupid shit that got him in trouble when he said about Method Man, right? That got him in real trouble. We were so mad when he said that shit about Method Man that he was better than Method Man. But that's another thing about him. He's emotional. So then he saw that it was a list. They made it one of these infamous lists. He saw a list, and the rappers he was on the list, but I think he was lower than he wanted to be, and he lashed out. I think he went on social media somewhere or did something somewhere and said something about the list, and he said that Method Man shouldn't be higher than him. He's better than Method Man. Well, and Wu-Tang niggas don't play. They caught his ass somewhere on that train. I think it was in California. Raekwon them caught him on that train. That's one thing he don't like to speak about. Okay, so that's when Joe Budden mouth got him in trouble. But then he learned I can say all this shit and actually get paid for it. Went on everyday struggle with academics and ain't look back. Right. So I say all that to say this. That whole all the staff over there, a lot of them like this guy. That's why that clip that we saw on Twitter in that Twitter spaces of them quote unquote glazing this guy and Joe too hyping up something that's clearly mid. I'm just gonna be honest, it's not that, right? I'm just gonna be honest. I think everything I heard on Keem's record is better than that one record. Every record on there, every record on Casino is better than that timestamp record because they sound fresh and different, and he's being authentic. Chantel said, I didn't hear the Joe Budden diss tracks. They were, you said I did hear the Joe Budden diss tracks. They were good. I don't even remember. They were so long ago. I heard them. I don't know what y'all talking about in the chat, but when he dissed Drake. Miss Tiny, you didn't know that Joe Budden said he's better than Method Man? Oh yeah, that was a big deal. He said that and they told him to chill out, and he didn't chill out. He didn't back it up. He didn't stop. And Raekwon and them caught him on a train, and they made him apologize on camera, and they uploaded it. Yeah, it's real. Like yeah, and he had a his eye was scuffed up, like they roughed him up and then made him apologize. Yeah, it happened. Right, it is what it is. But end of the day, I said all that to say this: when Joe Budden and his staff got in them spaces and started hyping up that Drake thing, that tells me for one, they want to be in the conversation, right? And for two, these dudes ain't plugged in like that. And this is my thing. It ain't that you're not plugged in to like or not like Drake. What it is you're not plugged in to hype up some shit that's not that good to me. Okay. When you're hyping that up and then you go online and you see 80% of people like this shit is goony Google. And I personally feel like it's goony Google. I told you some people like it, right? Wifey liked it. My brother-in-law like it. But my wifey not plugged. She don't care about this shit like that. She'll just listen to the beat. She's not listening to it the way we are. She can't even catch the disses and shit. She's like, oh, okay, it's fine. Right? Some people don't, they're not gang, we weird. Us just being in this on here is weird. Right? Just being online talking about all this rap shit. Everybody don't do that, right? But we do because we're locked in with this hip-hop culture, and we love to get in there and really discuss it. And we're the people that's going to say whether what he's doing is proper or not for this culture. We're the ones going to say that. And we're locked in. Now, everybody in that spaces, that Joe Budden spaces, to me, now I ain't gonna say all of them, but some of them was already fans of your boy. And I think that they are fans of him to a degree because they like, first of all, they like that kind of music, and they also they like the money that he can bring. And they do not want to upset and blow up any chance of that interview happening. Yes, him and Joe got there back and forth, but it ain't that far gone where he can't come in there one day and sit down. Okay, they've subbed, they've thrown shots. He used Melissa Ford when he gave her some clothes or something, this, that, and the third. She wore it, right? Which was a whole other thing. But they've not, and Joe Budden dissed him. He never really responded to Joe. They haven't got no further than him in Future, right? Same shit. We talk shit about each other on record, and we can be cool. So that staff up there, you got to understand, they are never ever going to go too far and say nothing too crazy to this guy, because do you know how much money will happen? You know, if they can get him on them white couches, get him somewhere in that and sit him down and talk to him for an hour, Oh yeah. Oh, everybody eating, everybody getting raises. Listen, so they're not gonna ever say nothing crazy. They're not gonna say nothing shit that like I be saying. Okay, they ain't gonna come up there talking about no tomato man. Okay, so when you listen to these guys in these spaces discussing this Drake stuff, half of them really like the nigga anyway, right? But at the end of the day, they're never gonna offend him. They're never going to go too crazy. So I think it was the white guy hyping this shit up like, oh my God, if it comes back with this as a tidal wave. So you really telling me what you heard, what you heard in the 1 a.m. and Albany, that's the tidal wave of hip hop. That's what you hearing? So that's what you're hearing. Like that hit your soul, like dead ass. Like make it make sense. Like you the stuff you heard. I'm about to pull something up that tells me that we're gonna talk about that. But homeboy, I think it was the white guy, right? What's the white guy's name? I can't remember his name. He's going on and on about this record is the tidal wave of hip hop. It's gonna wipe everything out. He's like, if Drake comes back like this, and I'm sitting because I hadn't heard it yet, so I just heard this nigga talking. I only heard the company man had read us the lyrical breakdown. And I wasn't even feeling that. So that alone, I didn't even hit a beat yet. Okay. So, and we was talking about that, right? End of the day, right? The delay got me cracking up. I gotta leave the black spaghetti alone. But end of the day, right? That whole thing, hold up. Joe said something about K Dot. But that whole thing with them in them spaces talking about how dope this record was and that they can't wait for this album to drop was mind-boggling to me because I'm like, I'm hearing something different. I heard both records last night when I got home. Okay. Me personally, gang, and it's a thin line to say this about artists, but I want you to be different at the same time. Right? I want you to come back, and Kendrick manages to do that. It's very difficult. I'm not gonna hold you. It's very difficult to come back and sound inspired, new, fresh. You're not supposed to come back trying to redo what you've already done. As a matter of fact, you shouldn't even come back trying to make a timestamp anything. You've done that too many times. That's not going to work. And like Keto said in the record, I mean in the chat, he's a victim. This is victim rap 101, right? Let me get to these lyrics, man. Let me get to these lyrics because end of the day, it felt like the lyrics are a guy that's really still hurting, really still hurting. Now it's gonna be hard to find them because they took down all of most of the the tracks that had the lyrics written in there, and I can't find no sites with it on there. But give me a second. We're gonna work it out. We're gonna work it out. It's a couple videos on it. Genius took it down. So let me see though, because it's crazy to me. All right, so let me give you some of these lyrics, gang. This is an article. This is in Reddit. Drake just dissed Kendrick again. It says, as for these other suckers that's tucked away, I'm down to put bills in their face. That's basically saying he'll get you hit, right? No wonder why they've been ducking Drake. Bills in their face. No wonder why they've been ducking Drake. Hold up. It says the new leak ahead of ICEMAN, 1 a.m. in Albany is a flagrant display of Drake's stupidity and short-sightedness. The disses against Kendrick, LeBron, and others are obvious, but I want to focus on one specific angle: Drake's evil ways. On Whacked Out Murals, Kendrick told us directly that his beef was never going to be pieced up and that they'll never get over it. And exactly why is this? The title track. Someone tried to whack out his murals. Okay. So let me see. This is some shit. I'm just trying to get to the lyrics, man. I'm trying to get to the lyrics. Somebody wrote a whole fucking. Hold up. That ain't gonna work. Hold up, gang. All right, here we go. Here we go. Bing bong. It's just they really stripped this. They really ripped this shit down, gang. They really ripped. It's like I can't find it nowhere. The actual lyrics. But we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. Because I was underwhelmed. I'm just gonna be honest. All right, so I got a couple of them. All right, so that's the Joe Budden Spaces. I don't know if y'all want to hear that. I'm gonna play that because y'all gotta hear. I don't know if y'all heard this Joe Budden Spaces it's nonsense, but to me, it's nonsense. Let me play this.
I thought he was gonna come with some bull. If he's doing that, we gonna have to pay Will. Oh my God. If he's doing that, we gonna have to pay per view. That's why we're buddy, and that's why we're together. That's it. It just that kind of yeah. That's I thought he was gonna come with some bullshit story. If he gonna do that on a project, Joe gonna just listen, guys. If that's what the project is, which is what it's gonna be, it's game over. That's one song. You do that on the 1 a.m. Damn joints. Don't get hype. No. Listen. If you don't give this, he's coming with a tidal wave. It's gonna wipe everything out. It's mastermind shit coming. And guess what? I think 40's been there the whole way. He's back on track, and now it's gonna bury everyone. Shout out to 40. Even don't say everyone because that's us. No, buddy. Come on, Ian. Use your brain. You just said everybody was walking through the double doors. Yeah. No, buddy, we're opening the doors. We're going to do a power with Sasha. That Nazi line?
Somebody got to tell me who that is talking about. We're opening the door. Who is that talking? I don't know that. I don't know that guy's name, gang. I don't even know who that is, gang. Like, well, homeboy really, homeboy is really feeling these bars on here, gang. Homeboy is really feeling these bars. Now, this is my thing. This is my thing right here. And I'm definitely, I need to get these bars. I need to get these bars because it's not, you gotta hear what they're getting so excited about. I shouldn't be shocked to see. So this is when he's hitting at LeBron James. I shouldn't be even shocked to see you in that arena because you always made your career off of switching teams up. Now, a lot of people have said this, and I agree. He cannot throw shots at LeBron for switching teams when he's friends with KD, who switches teams. That's not really a diss. I don't think that's a good diss or diss at all. I'm just going to be honest. But the fact you're still talking about LeBron at all is the problem. Okay? Here's another one. Please stop asking what's going on with 23andMe. I'm a real nigga and he's not. It's in my DNA. This is what he's saying about LeBron, gang. Well, why are you saying that? Because he went to the pop-out. So he's not a real nigga. Like, what are we talking about? Like, what do he went to the pop-out. And I know some of his people will be like, yo, that's his enemy. LeBron is a basketball player. He plays for the Lakers, which happen to be over there in Cali, in LA, in that area. Him not showing up to stay friends with you wouldn't make real good sense when he has to live over there. All right? Let me see what's going on in the chat. Let me see. Queen B said he's either talking about the same people or talking about being in the club with the same cadence and energy, not advancing rap or the culture. That is a 100% fact. The energy is the exact same way. Right? Oh, let me tell y'all what's going on before we go any further. This is a full-time fundraiser, right? Right now, I don't have my channel. My channel got zapped. I don't know if y'all know. So what we're doing right here, as I'm working, if you rocking with the channel, Charles Brown Cash App, Charles Brown Venmo. Show your boy some love. If you rocking with what I do and you feeling what we doing right now, head on over to Charles Brown on Cash App. I also got the Tomato Man on GoFundMe. Lock in with your boy. Show some love. It is what it is, gang. I know y'all watched that video of how I lost my channel, right? I'm in the process of getting it back though. It's looking good. It's looking good. So I filled out some more papers today. It's listen, they ask a lot of questions. They ask a lot of questions for you to get this shit back, and it gotta be legit. So I'm in the process. I did not get it back yet, but that's where I am with it, right? Well, let me continue. Let me see if I can find some more lyrics. That to me, it's not impressive. And I don't feel like dissing basketball players for the 4th and 5th time is gonna make you impressive anyway. I think us hip hop heads like Joe Budden, the Joe Budden that I used to know, right? End of the day, he wouldn't be impressed with this. Them guys were very critical of MCs. We used to be very critical, but you got to understand, everybody got a podcast now. Cameron got a podcast. Mace got a podcast. Mano, all these guys got podcasts. They don't want to offend nobody no more. Nori got a podcast. So you can't say nothing about no real shit no more. You got to be neutral. You got to be fair and balanced, or pretend to be. Even though you feeling that it's some bitch ass shit, you got to act like it's not. Okay? So here we are. We're in a place where we got to completely kind of stuff it's just night and day of what is real, what ain't. But we still got to sit here and toe down the middle and try to act like, oh yeah, let's legitimize this guy by actually put them in the conversation and really giving credence to these raps, these disses that he put on here, even though he went and got his lawyer. We still got to sit here and act like, yo, let's listen to the actual bars and try to give him some type of credit for that. And when some people really want to hear this because they think it's real, I'm like, what's real about any of this? What's real about any of this? If I get the AK, if I take the AK out of my name, I go to jail. All this, you talking about putting money in people's heads? Like it's silly. It's silly. Let me get another one up here. It's so ridiculous that I physically get upset. I physically got upset last night when I was listening to the lyrics of this nonsense. All right, here's another one. Here's another one. To be the number one, you got to lead the way. And to hold something over my head forever, you still a couple of feet away. What in the world? What are we talking about? Plot twist, the owl never sees the cage. The owl only wakes up to seize the day. You supposed to say that how I said this earlier. The owl, it was in a cage, gang. You day one, you supposed to be the next day, which is with these raps. You're not be talking about no owl now, gang. Come on, gang. It's weird. It's silly. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, I think you need to move on and talk about what's going on now with you. And we're gonna see what the ICEMAN thing. He said a long time ago, I'm gonna be darker. You guys gonna have to bear with me on this. Well, we're gonna see. All right, we're gonna see, because first of all, I said it last night on Culture United, and I'm gonna say it over and over. If I do hear it, it will be through a reactor, right? It'll be Screw or somebody else, and I'll hear with them reacting, talking about it, blah blah blah. I won't be playing on my shit, my phone. I won't be playing on my it makes no sense to me, because I can't believe it. I don't believe the artist saying it. You don't know who wrote it. You don't know where it's coming from, and it's still dissing people. That most of the people dissing don't even want to diss them back. Right? And the one guy that will diss him back, he tiptoeing around and saying slick shit, won't say his name. I would respect the gang if he just can't, either put it like this: don't say nothing or go all out. 5 minutes. Nonsense, just going at him, this, that, and third, because I don't respect the tiptoeing around it. We already know you guys got smoke. You don't like each other. You never will. And you're still talking about shit, but it's never nothing new. You're still going back to the pop out. You're still going backwards to shit that happened with the Not Like Us video shoot. You're still talking about old shit. You can't really have a problem with a guy that you can't get nothing. You don't really have nothing else to say but the same 2 or 3 things. And you won't say them out loud. You're saying them in little leaks and snippets, and we're gonna see if this album really, if he really put out his chest and embark. But at the end of the day, I can't even really respect you pulling out your chest, because we know if he come back and say something too crazy, you're gonna be listening with your lawyer ears, gang. We already know that. So we can't respect. You're not gonna take the craft seriously and try to come back with a real record. because you would have did that last year. Okay? So this is what I'm saying. Some of this stuff, it don't matter what it is said. If you're dissing this same circle of men, these 5 circle of men, to me is null and void. Let me give you some more bars off this thing. All right? Talking about hiding the Bible. Maybe y'all should read a page. Iced out crosses on their necks, thinking Jesus saves. Well, even if he does, nigga, either way, the blasphemy you talk, let me know your amazing grace gonna be delayed. You know what? Maybe company man is right. Maybe I gotta hear it with the beat. Right? He told me you gotta hear it with the beat. Listen, man, it is what it is. I know it's not fair to read somebody's lyrics instead of letting the beat play and letting people get the full effect. I understand that. But I also understand that the lyrics of what you say play a big part in us respecting you. Okay? That's very important too. They got to make sense with or without the beat. All right? And I don't think the beat is that good where it's going to make all this stuff whatever. And okay, put it like this. Homeboy's flowing on it, but we never said he couldn't flow. He's flowing, but it's the same flow. It's the same. It's just everything is the same. It's paint by numbers. We're not getting nothing new. We're getting the same stuff. It is pretty much wrapped in a basket. They got a template, a cut and paste. You say this and you say that, and a lot of this stuff is just weak. This is our weak. They're very ABC. They're playground shit. Let's just be honest. This is why he called his lawyer, because he couldn't understand, like, somebody that really ain't on the playground playing with you. They really say real shit to you. This is a rap battle. So maybe this little stuff about you short and this, that, and the third, that's really tough to him, right? Maybe that's really tough talk shit. Let me give you another one. What'd he say? You niggas should be ashamed the fact that you had to bring those talks to get some decent plays. Goodness gracious. So he's basically saying, and this narrative that he got, where it's this that dot was irrelevant. It's the weirdest shit. Like, gang, we know a lot of times his records were doing more than yours the first week. We know this. We know some of his tours were massive. That's why you did the 80 fucking shows to try to beat him. We already know this. We know that he was neck and neck with you, and then a lot of times he beat you. I don't understand this narrative where only dunk once. So all this shit it sound good, but this is why people didn't like the J. Cole disc, because it wasn't real. It wasn't real facts. J. Cole talking about you ain't never made a classic, all this shit. The culture immediately heard the record and was like, boo, it's bullshit. You needed to come with something else. This same stuff, he's saying silly shit that is easily fact checkable, and didn't want to call you a liar, right? Everybody else lying, but he's going to come on here with shit trying to sun this nigga. He's trying to sun dot, and most of these bars, he's trying to sun them. Like, you ain't never seen these numbers that I'm making. You got there one time by talking about me. That's what he's trying to say. Let me continue. It's weirdo shit, gang. God want to wipe that little, he said, God want to wipe that little smug look right off your fucking face. To me, when you say somebody got a smug look on their face, they really in your head, gang. You feel a real way. You feel a real way, like a smug look on that. That's some, like, listen, that's some Canadian shit. I'm gonna be honest. You would call a rapper that smug look on your face. That's like your teacher talking to you, right? Wipe that smug look off your face. That's like your mom talking crazy. Let me continue. God gonna wipe that little smug look right off your face. All you really did was cap like uppercase, dodge the truth, but still managed to finally get a hit that let you run a base. Niggas saw you out at first. You need them, so you out at home now, just like a double play. Now listen, maybe it's me. I'm tired, right? Maybe it's me, and I'm reading them weird, and I'm not putting enough oomph or the emphasis in it. This shit sound like some sports, like some dude that watch ESPN all day and he thinks sports bars are cool, right? Like a whole bunch of shit about double plays and shit like that, like dunks and shit. Like, what the fuck are we talking about, my G? Like, that what we doing? Right? Charles, is my Venmo, is your Venmo, it's both of them. Both of them is me. They both really me. Charles Brown and Charles. One is a business, one is a personal. The one with the dash is the personal, the one without the dash. So both of those on Venmo is me. Get your cups, gang. Let me see something. So at the bottom, right? At the bottom of the screen right there, it should be showing you the fundraiser. It says the Cash App is Charles Brown. It's Charles Brown without the 2 and with the 2. Because the other day, the one without the 2, the Charles Brown, regular Charles Brown, was blocking. It was blocking people's donations. And if you donated and you got kicked, you can put it back in now and it'll work. And I appreciate that. But it kicked back about 15 because it said it was too many Cash Apps coming in for whatever reason and for my safety, right? They started blocking. They probably blocked 20 or more people's Cash Apps to me. So if you did it and you want to resend it, go ahead. Feel free to do so. The thing is working now. But the Charles Brown or the Charles Brown 2 on Cash App is me, and the Charles Brown on Venmo and Charles Brown Dash, whatever this, that, and the third, right? And yo, listen, head on over to black-yeti.com too. You know what I'm saying? Head on over to black-yeti.com. Show them some love. Let them know who sent you, right? And you know what? The Chat GPT thing you just said, this could literally be Chat GPT. Let's think about it. When Kanye got desperate, what he ran to? AI. He said 50% of Bully was AI for a while there, for the most part. Allegedly, he backed off on that and people came and helped him, this, that, and the third. Mike, whatever, right? But end of the day, he could have got desperate and hit up a Chat GPT and kind of touched it up a little bit, right? But to me, when I'm listening to these, for homeboy from the Joe Budden podcast to go nuts like that, acting like he just heard the last coming of Christ, is insane to me. But what it is people want it to be dope. They want it to be fire. And some people they're rooting for this, so they want it to be good so desperately that they're going to make something that's not that good. They're going to act like it's better than it is. I didn't find that this was so amazing that it was a tidal wave that we're about to get. We're about to get the whole entire game is going to get changed over because of this album. I didn't get that. I'm just going to be honest. Let me see what's going on. He ain't good enough. He got to go. Screw said on one of the streams who that white guy on Button stream is. Can't remember his name, but supposedly he's like the other person behind the podcast Money Wise producer something. Okay, yeah, I don't know homeboy's name, but they were in that chat with Button and this, that, and the third, right? And Button is another one that he still wants to be looked at as a spitter, but I think he's decided he don't care, right? He don't care what you think. He don't care about your opinion of him. He's like, he needs his money at this point. He used to care about what you guys said in the chat about his verses on Slaughterhouse. He used to really care. He don't care no more. He's like, man, I got enough money. I can go to these strip clubs, do what I want to do. I can go to the Knicks games. I don't need to care what you guys say is real hip hop and ain't real hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So end of the day, what we're saying is, I think this thing is dropping like in about 5 minutes. The episode 4, right? That they're supposed to be. Is supposed to wrap up everything before the thing drops. And let me just be honest, those episodes were god awful. And that's another thing. People are like, oh, you just hating da da. But we saw them, right? For the most part, I skipped through them because it was so much walking around, dead air, this, that, and the third. I skipped through most of it, and because I had to watch it to do videos on it to talk about it, right? So I would skip through it, but them things was, and I'm sure this one gonna be god awful. So after it's over, I'll go on Twitter and they'll start telling me what happened, and then we'll know that it was god awful too, and we'll see what happened. But this is supposed to be the best one. Your boy Drizzy said this is gonna be the best work by far, and that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, gang, we right here. It took this long just to get there, right? It took this long to get there, to get this thing to really. You're just dropping episode 4 in May of 2026. We took this shit took forever, and it wasn't on purpose. Right? And now I just saw a rumor that it's going to be, they saying that he's going to drop 2 albums tonight. That's a rumor. I don't know. But it's a million rumors, gang. It's supposed to be going to drop one and then a few hours later going to drop the other one. Let me see what Girly Jock just said. Do you think he's actually dropping the album tonight? I don't. He's going to drop it. At this point, he has to drop it. If he don't going to look like a real fool, so he can drop something, right? It would be hilarious if he didn't. It would be another fake out. because I know they're going nuts online. I'm sure What's the Dirt live. I'm sure everybody that's on that side is live. So it would be actually hilarious if he didn't drop it for this, that, or third. It sounded like they said he turned it in today. You know what I'm saying? Which is weird to just be turning in, but we don't know. We don't know what they're gonna do, to be honest. I feel like the Don said Iceman gonna be 41 tracks long, right? When I say, I hope it went through. Oh, I appreciate you, Michaelo. All right, I appreciate you. Oh, Van Life. I said Vanilla. Gang, I don't know if y'all saw that show last night. What was that? The Culture United last night. Me and Company Man. Good episode. 5 hours, gang. 5 hours. Good episode though. I was crying. They cooked this guy. They cooked homeboy from My Lesbian Homie. What's his name? I can't remember his name, but yeah, they cooked him, gang. I'm just gonna be honest. He said he coming back though. Good show, man. I'm looking forward to going back. Tune in if you can. Culture United, Company Man. But yeah, no, it was a wild one last night. if you can check it out, look at it, type in. It's doing really well right now. It is what it is. So I guess 3 minutes. This thing about to start. Right? Said he has a track called Whitney, I believe. Ain't no way. Ain't no way he doing that. Ain't no way. So anybody in the chat, tell me, are y'all gonna listen to it? Are you gonna put it on tonight and play it for hip hop sake, hip hop services, hip hop reasons, this, that, and the third? Tell me in the chat. And this whole thing with so this is what happened with I want to talk about this thing with Ray Daniels. Ray Daniels said some wild shit too. And I want to talk about this because he's still saying this nonsense that if this album don't do well, hip hop is finished. He literally said if this album don't do well, it's over for hip hop. We're right back there. Remember when they were saying that if Drake, they were saying this a few years ago before the battle, that if Drake goes independent, the whole industry would fail. Remember that nonsense? So now we're right back here with this industry made up manufactured shit. Now it's if Iceman don't do numbers, it's over because the industry they'll stop signing rappers. I'm like, this is an industry guy making the industry way more important than it actually is. Guys can go independent now and make that money that the industry is siphoning off from them. Yes, the industry can do stuff for you because they have all of the pieces in play for years. They've been manipulating things to put you here, put you there, put your numbers here, put your numbers there. They've been manipulating this shit so long that yes, they can do stuff for you. They can get you indoors that you can't get in because they're the doors. they own the doors. They own all the cheat codes. They own that, but you still can do it without them. That's that industry talk to keep you scared, to keep you, oh, I need to get a record deal, right? Older guys like myself, what's the first thing we do? We want to put a package together and start shopping for a deal instead of doing it your own way and building up your own fan base, building up your newsletter, this, that, and the third, getting people to just want to hear your music just because it's that good and you're that person. What you do, you can actually make it. It just takes a lot more work, right? Nicole said I won't be hearing it. OG said I had to weed Ray Daniels out of my algo. One of them smart dumb niggas. Listen, this is what it is, man. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm not. It ain't about disrespecting the man or this, that, and the third. But some of his takes be infuriating, and it's not hate. It's just I'm not hating. And what I'm saying is some of the takes be very corporate. They're a corporate guy talking about corporate, the importance of being corporate. And I get it. Black people got to get money, but it's also definitely other ways to do it than bowing down and saying, oh, if Iceman fails, the industry fails. First of all, the industry ain't never going to fail. It's too many guys that's too hungry. They're never going to just not make money. It just ain't going to work like that. But let me find this thing because this is insane. It's so much. It's so, with this album, they trying to make this way bigger. All right, here it goes right here. Is this it? He says, that's a lot. This guy got a lot of takes, man. I'm just gonna be honest. But I think it's right here. I'm gonna let you hear it. Well, that's the one where he says he should diss everybody. That was a little while ago. I want to hear the one.
Music sucks because everybody friend. Music need to be competitive again. Nigga like 50 and fucking Kanye going for the #1 album of the week. Music needs to be competitive again. It's fun now. So I hope he does diss everybody just to make it competitive again. Just to make it where it's like, fuck you too. Like we came up like that. I came up with, you didn't know Puff and Jay was cool. You didn't know how nobody felt about nobody. Everything was on edge. It was just that four shows was such a big deal because first time they was all in the same room together. Like, holy shit, what's about to happen? They're not friends. You got to the point where everybody was friends. I just think that's why rap is boring. It's like the NBA now. I hated the NBA. I love it now because you got these young boys are competing with their life on the line. Everybody like Wemby crying when he lose. Like I want that type of winning spirit to watch. And I think rap needs that. So I hope he comes back. I hope he comes back on his villain shit. I hope he disses everybody. And I hope he does 1 million records because if he disses everybody, he does 1 million records. What do you think everybody he diss gonna have to do? They're gonna have to make albums, respond. No, they're not gonna have to come outside. You're gonna have to respond with a body of work now. Yeah. He didn't just
Man, so first of all, you can't diss people with no credibility. If you don't have credibility, nothing you say matters. That's the one part that he's not understanding. That's not even the clip I wanted to show you, but I wanted to hear that one myself. You can't diss everybody in the industry because who cares about a guy that made a lawsuit? They're gonna respond because it's going to be lucrative to get in that battle. You see what happens now when these guys get in battles now. If he dissed everybody in the industry, but who is that? Who's in the industry to diss? Who's he dissing? Right? It ain't many rappers that even rap like that no more. It's only a handful of people that you're gonna get excited about him dissing. Kendrick is one of them. It's probably 5 people tops. And 3 of them he's trying to be cool with. He's not going to diss the whole industry. What does that mean? Who are we talking about? Who does that consist of? It makes no sense to say he should diss the whole industry. It's weird. Silly stuff. End of the day. But let me find the other clip because I want to get to this one because we're challenging narratives that don't make no sense. Let me see. It's so many clips in here that just I'm like, gang, I don't agree. I do not agree. And a lot of people are not agreeing in here. Where's the one? All right, here we go. Glasses. He's talking about glasses, I guess. Oh no. And the funny thing is they mad at him too. Those fans over there, they're mad at him too for something this, that, and the third. So you could sit there and big up this guy for days and you say one thing and they're heated at you. Let me see where it is. All I know is what he said was that we need to hope and pray that this album does well because it's going to collapse. He didn't say the industry, he said hip-hop. Hip-hop does not, it doesn't rely on this album doing well. We're going to do well with or without this album popping. Okay? We're going to do well actually without it, honestly. Let me see what's going on in the chat. Queen B said, what's the name of Ray's album? He needs to move around. They all sound jealous and curlish. Dot's accomplishments make it known what the hip-hop culture is about, the mendacity. Listen, I feel like some of these guys have a lot to lose if they don't talk about this guy in a good light. There's a lot of industry connects that they gotta maintain. There's a lot of people that they gotta keep happy. And there's money to be made if you stay on their good side because you can see that these guys dump a lot of money out here, right? We saw Game on a jet, this, that, and the third. This guy dumps a lot of money out here. So the thing that's going on is we're seeing a lot of guys trying to keep their position so they can get in line and get their handouts when they come, right? It's weird. But let me try to find this thing because I found it. I think, let me see. I think it's right here. I need you guys here. Oh, here it is, right? I already found it right here. It's the most ridiculous sentiment.
I think this ICEMAN release might be the most important release in the history of our culture. No bullshit. That's how important it is, because what's going to happen is if it doesn't do good, all the beige people are going to leave hip hop.
What?
Because of this Iceman album, I've been hot this album, my son. I remain unfazed. Trust has been fucked until the next hero comes, and I don't see him nowhere in sight.
So hip hop is done, gang, if this album don't pop. That's a take. That's that old school industry mentality. It's insanity, gang. Hip hop is going to crumble, collapse if this album don't pop. And he said it's going to make all the beige people leave, whatever that means. I don't even know what that is even trying to imply, right? I don't even know where that even fits into what we're talking about. So we got weirdo things going on, weirdo things being said around this album. They're making this thing way bigger, and I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be the first to tell you, it's gonna do numbers, but it's going to drop because, and people gonna say, Charles, you don't know if it's gonna be good or bad. It's not about it being good, bad, or different. It doesn't matter how good this album is. People don't respect this guy like that no more. You can tell in the comments. You can tell in the comments. Even a Kendrick that gets mad hate from Drake fans, when you line up all the comments, it's going to be more respect and love than it is going to be a lot of hate. Yes, the Drake fans are going to hate him. They're going to say crazy shit, this, that, and the third. But end of the day, when you look at the big picture, that guy, when he drops something, the shit goes months. It goes for months, getting streamed for months. Months and months and months and months. A year later, this guy went to the Grammys twice off the same goddamn record, if I'm not mistaken, right? So it's not going to be that. That's not happening here. You can already tell the creativity is low. Just with the leaks you've heard, the creativity is low. That's going to be an important factor. If bro is coming with this, I'm going to recreate the timestamps. I'm going to recreate this, that. Nobody's going to be jacking that for too long, especially if it has no substance. And a guy making records that's just trying to get numbers is almost impossible to have substance. It is what it is. It's not something that you can turn on and turn off, right? I don't understand that. Salute, Big Kish sent you. Salute the Big Kish. All right. I don't understand the logic of trying to do the same project all over again, and I think that's what took so long. I think they were trying to figure out what works and what happened, what's happening, and what can make it this, that, and the third. And I think that's why the necessity for Future and Lil Baby, because I think they're reaching. If we can tap into that sound, tap into that feeling, tap into that kind of space and creativity, which is what artists do. All right, let's just keep it a buck. Artists do that, but I also feel like there's a void there where if I don't do that, I don't know what I'm doing at all. And it's going to be a lot more features than you think. There's going to be a lot more features than you think. All right. And a lot of these people going to be excited. Now, it's going to have to be some really big features for this thing to stick. Okay. First week numbers, great. Sure. Second week, third week. You sure? Fourth week. What we doing? Right. So we're going to see if it has a staying power, because the stuff from before didn't have it. Right. This stuff didn't have it for a long time. It was a pretty sketchy road there, right? Before this battle. Okay. Let's keep it a buck. What's going on in the chat? What y'all talking about? Drake tried to take our culture down because his feelings got hurt. I was a fan, but this is why I no longer respect him. A lot of people feel like that. A lot of people feel like, and I said this for years, I said this for the whole 2 years, he was going to burn this shit down. If he couldn't get the respect in it, then he was going to burn it down. That's what the lawsuits were for. The lawsuits were to burn this whole shit down. Well, the judge, Jeanette Vargas, she wasn't gonna let you burn it down. She repeated to him exactly what we said on the streets. You can't sue for no rap battle. It's hyperbolic. When we dissing, we don't expect everything to be true, but we expect it to be witty, funny, right? We expect the guy to defend himself and return it back to the other guy just as good as he gave it, and not cry about it, right? If you feel a good way about it when it's over, shake hands. If you don't don't shake hands. It is what it is. But we definitely don't want you ending up in no court. We don't want to see you in no courtroom complaining and crying about this, that, and the third. No. Homeboy tried to blow up the whole shit. He would end it all and just have himself as the ruler. Right? It is what it is. Let me see something. It's so much nonsense going on. What I'm about to do right here, I guarantee you Twitter already on this shit, telling us what's going on. But end of the day, it will be whitelisted for YouTube channels who attempt to react to. Listen to what I just said. Say Cheese has posted that ICEMAN will reportedly be whitelisted for YouTube channels who attempt to react to the album live. Gang, wasn't that in the paperwork? Gang, like, what are we doing? Didn't he say that UMG was playing dirty pool? That's in the paperwork. He said that they were playing dirty pool by whitelisting Not Like Us to make it more popular. And now you're going to do it because it's a good idea. Now you're going to do it because it's a good idea. Pretty goddamn good idea, right? Gank this shit up. This shit is in the paperwork that they were cheating. By making it free for them to react to it. And now you're doing it. It's hypocrisy. It is hypocrisy. Somebody that will flip the table because they lost is dangerous in a psychopathic way. You are right. Always am. You are right. Let's talk about that for a second. This guy is going to make it so the reactors can react, but he had reactors in the lawsuit. Process this, gang. So you weren't mad that they did it. You were mad that it was smart and it worked. It's asinine, gang. And this is the thing. The reactors are going to take advantage of that because, everybody that posted that snippet last night got hit. Everybody that posted the snippet last night got hit. Even on regular social media, they got sniped right down. And everybody that put it on, even What's the Dirt, everybody that put it on YouTube got demonetized. That video got demonetized. So they was already heading down that road of sniping everything, which is a bad idea when you're trying to get something to pop. It's a terrible idea. It's a new world order, right? And you're trying to make it. You say your ass is next, you're gonna be in the next lawsuit. But you're trying to make it where these guys can't openly do what they do. Reacting that's how things are done now. Ain't no more video shows, ain't no more Rap City, Yo MTV Rap, all that shit's gone, right? Everything you used to watch after school when you rushed home and you turn on your TV, that shit's gone. Now it's reactors on YouTube that's telling you what music is good, this, that, and the third. And if you're going to stifle them, especially at a moment this big, gang, you know how massive that is, right? Do you understand that has just opened up, as they should, though, as they should. They should have did it with that record last night if they were being smart. That thing just opened up way more leverage for this album to pop. I don't know why they took this long to get there. But at the end of the day, it's a smart business move. You went to court for it. You opened up a lawsuit and now you're doing it, gang. This is what we call hypocrisy. Hypocrisy. It's a smart business move. They were smarter than they outsmarted you in every way. They outsmarted you in every way, and then you took them to court for it instead of saying good game. Like that. We used to say good game, gang. Like we used to give you the credit when you did something good. In this day and age, they got to blame you. They got to figure out a way to not be wrong. It's insanity. It's insanity. I just, and I'm looking at them. This record, the little record that he the little record that he put out last night, the snippet. I'm looking at that snippet and I'm listening to the disses and I'm like, homeboy is like that kid that just got. Now I don't know if y'all saw this, but the kid that that allegedly, I can't say allegedly now, he got convicted. The kid that killed Fulio, the little light-skinned kid with the sweater rolled up on his neck like this, that was in court trying to say he's remorseful, right? Making it like he ain't do nothing, and he just caught in a bad situation. He just want to go home. He just want to get out. The kid that was crying, two of them was crying, right? The light-skinned one was crying, and the dark-skinned one started crying. They big bone and brolic. They were big bone and brolic when they was out here, but now they remorseful and they crying. They dressed up in court, right? This is him. This is him acting like he didn't do nothing. If you listen to the record, this guy sounds like everybody else. Oh, he took shots at J. Cole. Everybody else did something to him. Everybody else did something to him, right? And he's just trying to get his lick back, but it's really not his fault. He did nothing. Rick Ross ain't the right messenger, but he had the right message when he said this a couple days ago. He said, what made them 20 guys want to want him? The 20v1 narrative. The 20 guys had a reason. There was a reason that them 20 guys was mad and wanted to jump him, allegedly. It never was no 20v1, but let's just say it is. Those guys, he did something to him, but now he's the guy in the court with the rolled up turtleneck, right? Now he's that guy. He didn't do nothing. He just want to go home crying. And did you see the clip of the guy, the prosecutor talking to that kid that killed Fulio? He said, oh, you're just remorseful now. Were you remorseful when you had the Draco, when you ran up on the car and you shot him with the Draco? Were you remorseful when you kicked his body? Right? They were like, he said, were you remorseful when you drove back home, you hugged your grandma and you went to that party and got drunk and you were showing the party, how you were having a good old time drinking and smoking? You put that on your Instagram or whatever it was. He said, were you remorseful then? So now we got this guy with this victim ass rap. He it's like he never said nothing. Right. And I remember in this record that I just heard it last night. I didn't read it, but I just remembered it right now. He said, you put that jacket on the man, you can expect to end up in a coffin or something to that effect, or in the ground, right? What jacket he's talking about? He's talking about the pedal jacket. So he's like, if you put that jacket on the man, you can end up in the ground. I'm like, so you never said nothing about him? Right? It's the guy in the court, it's the kid in the courtroom. We all know why I'm here. I just want to show my remorse. And the prosecutor's telling him, oh, you don't remember what you said? You don't remember what you did? That's what happened with this thing. We got this we got this whole song and dance in this record. Everybody did me wrong. Still, I would be surprised if he made a record where he started talking about the shit he did, right? And even in that record that we heard last night, he dissed Joe Budden in there, talking about I had your girl and something about butt naked, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, see this little shit right here? This the stuff they don't talk about. We sitting there antagonizing the guy, talking about he must be mad because I did this, not and the third with his girl, and I had her naked. This, that. He said it in the song that we heard last night. He just said, I don't have the exact lyrics, but he alluded to having relations with Joe Budden girl while Joe Budden was mad. That's what he said in the song. But now he in court talking about, I don't really want to speak on the things. I relive that moment in my own head every day, and I'm really remorseful. He just keep repeating, I'm really remorseful. But you don't want to say what you did. Well, we remember what you did when you called that man. You basically called him a wife beater. You called it that. You said he domestic violence in his home. You said, do you beat her up because she's taller than you? This, that, and the third. You said a whole lot of stuff. Said his baby wasn't his and all kind of shit. But they don't remember that. He's on this song once again, the victim, talking about, oh, if you put that jacket on a man, prepare to be in the ground, whatever. I'm paraphrasing, but that's what he said. So I can pull up the lyrics, but who cares? End of the day, we're seeing a guy that basically is sitting here wallowing once again, telling us they did this to me, and I'm coming back to get my revenge. The entire song, once again, even if it's old or new, he made it yesterday. God forbid he didn't make this shit no time soon. I would rather believe that it's old. I would rather believe that this nigga made this a year ago or more. I would rather believe he made this right when Not Like Us came out. Because if you wrote this shit anytime in this in 2026, the stuff that you just dropped on that record, you need help, gang. You need real serious help. You got denial issues. You got abandonment issues, neglect issues. It's a whole lot of stuff going on in here, and his fans want to hear that. I told you my brother-in-law texted me that shit this morning. I mean, last night. Even though the link, by the time I got off the show, the link had got taken down. It was a YouTube. Somebody had put the song on YouTube. He texted to me, put it in the chat. By the time I saw it, the link was gone. I couldn't even hear it. I had to go on Twitter. Right? End of the day. But what we saw was what happened was this guy refuses. It's one of these guys that refused to take the L. And he sat around and thought about how many ways he can not take this L. And he's still thinking. He's still thinking of what clever bar is going to remove this L. What slick line? What precise word play? How can I spin this that I'm still that guy? Right? You're 39 years old. I'm still that guy. I'm still trying. Everybody becomes a legacy artist at some point. He's on his way to being a legacy artist. Right? And I saw that DJ Head thing. He said, did y'all see Head? Said a second album supposed to drop an hour later. Head been on point. It may be. Head said that there's a second album supposed to drop right after the first one. We will see. Right. End of the day, what was either one of them shit's gonna actually sound like? Okay. I'm gonna let y'all tell me. I know some of y'all gonna have to tell me in the chat this, that, and the third, but I it's gonna be real tough for me to find out because, gang, I'm just gonna be honest. I got physically. When I was listening to that song last night, I got physically irritated. I got physically irritated because I was like, why are we here again? So it's gonna be tough for me to listen to an album. And I'm gonna be honest, this is the realest shit I can tell you. I was starting to lighten up on the nigga. I'm just gonna be honest. I was like, okay, Charles, you know what? It's 2 years. Lighten up a little bit. Just let him live, right? Let him live a little bit. Let him live. Like just hear him out, right? Stall him out, right? It's like a nigga. It's like somebody put me. You remember that? You know that meme with the guy? He got his hand on the guy's shoulder. It's just like friend, just listen, right? It's like somebody put their hand on my shoulder. Like, okay, we get it. Just hear him out, right? Just hear him out. So I was really prepared to just hear this guy out. I was ready. I was really prepared to just. And then this thing dropped last night. I was physically annoyed. I was so annoyed because I was like, you're on here once again with the same narratives that you have been leaking for the last 2 years. All of these bars are interchangeable. You're talking about the same 2 or 3 guys, 4 tops. Like, why are we still there? There's nothing else in your life. And you're talking big bone and brolic about putting people in the ground and putting hits on niggas. That's what he's saying in this rap. You got to understand what he's that mad that he's talking put you in the ground type raps. More mob and tough shit. That it made me, gang, because you got to understand, we come from a place where that shit is real. It's real. We grew up on that, right? I'm from DC. I'm lucky to make it out of there. You know what I'm saying? I lived in a very vicarious lifestyle just from being 2 years old. So for me to come through all that, become a grown man, and to see a millionaire rapper who never went through that is talking about, yo, when you put that jacket on me, you don't even talk like that. You got that shit from the internet. You're not talking like that. When you put that jacket on a man, where you get that from? Because you don't live nowhere where they talk like that. So I'm listening to the bars, right? And I'm like, oh, brother, like, why can't you just talk about normal shit that goes on in your life? Salmon sandwiches and shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Just peppermint sticks and lollipop. Just talk about shit that's really happening, gang. All the flavors of hookah you got. I got peppermint. I got mango, blueberry. Just talk about shit that's going on. All the 4-wheelers you got. Like, just talk about that. I know it's some shit that happened in your life that you could talk about. Some stuff, some phone calls you got from your neighbors or your relatives. Some that just talk about real life. Because talking about putting niggas in body bags, this, that, and third, it doesn't ring true. And we don't want to hear it. Right? You do a lot of stuff that you could be rapping about. And you could be helping niggas to do better in their lives. But here we are again, talking about rappers, basketball players, actors and agents, and Instagram models. Come on, gang, what we doing? We're here again. Once again, the same people. How many times LeBron got to catch strays? How many times Cole got to catch strays? It's the same people. They're not even listening to, it's not even affecting them no more. LeBron, no, he can. LeBron, like, probably in the backyard shooting hoops. They're like, yeah. Oh, Dad, you said that. Yeah, sure, whatever. Like, at this point, it's not even effective. The targets you're hitting at don't even care. If I'm Cole, man, I'm like, don't even tell me what he said. Because it ain't gonna matter to nobody. No one's scared of the nigga. And he ain't gonna back none of this shit up. He'll call his lawyer. So what we talking about? I don't want to hear nothing where I feel like you're gonna call your lawyer after you say it. I can't take you serious. At this point, just be a pop star. Shawn Mendes. We're looking at a guy that just don't want to accept. He wants to walk both sides of the fence and get respected on both sides of the fence. That's not how this works. You got to be this or that. You can't be a dude in the gutter and then try to be this massive pop star. It don't work. Because the gutter not going to respect you. Okay? Y'all do know most of these streams and shit come from the pop people. The people that want the pop records with the melody. That's what all of these streams that they keep telling you about over and over. That's where this shit comes from. So we gotta argue that these rappers even Cole, right? Even Cole, the rappers that really rap, that actually put their pen to paper, we gotta argue their relevance against this guy. It's the weirdest dynamic. What's up, Quality? I think that that they guesstimating how many songs. They guesstimating how many songs. Girly Jock said Owls can't seize the day. They guesstimating how many songs because DJ Head said that he gonna drop a second album at an hour after he dropped the first one. That would be a lot of records. Now, didn't we just get on Cole about that? Most people. That would be what, a double disc, right? Or two separate albums. That's gonna be a whole lot. Are they saying that I really got 41 songs? Is that what y'all saying? Or y'all guesstimating? Let me see. What's going on in this chat? What y'all got going on? Yeah, where the 41 songs? Where the 41 songs coming from? Let me see. 40? Ain't no way. Nah. If it's 41 songs, listen, that's some Chris Brown shit. I'm gonna be honest. That's gonna be crazy. But you know what? You know what though? That would be to get the streaming numbers, because at that point, that's going to be to hit every dynamic, every genre, everything you could say. Oh, it's timestamp records, it's party records, it's girl records, it's records for chilling, it's records for getting hype. If he got 41, then you can't say he didn't have this on there. But that's going to be a full mess. How cohesive is that going to be? Oh, he dropped it? It's 41? Wow. Girly Jock said he dropped it. Oh my God. It's a popra. Long ass album, 40 songs, all by 40. Oh boy. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. You guys gonna have to go listen to that because I won't be doing it, but y'all can let me know. 40 records. Holy shit. 40 records. Wow. Interesting. Go do 24. People lost their mind. 40 record. Gang, you know that means he didn't know what to drop. I'm just gonna be honest. Gang, let's be honest. That's every song he made since the battle happened to right now. Every song. 40? Nah. I need confirmation. Let me see what they said on Twitter. 40? 40? 40. Do y'all remember when 10 10 was like a standard, like, and 13 was like perfect? How Chef Kiss 13? It's only 13 tracks, like that. 13 tracks, gang. That used to be what it was to say you were either in classic territory or you were close to classic. With let me hear the 13, right? That 13 was the sweet spot. 40, I'm gonna have to wait for confirmation. That sound it's crazy, gang. 40. And let me just say this, gang. Let me just say this. There's a lot of reasons to do that. For one, that's to try to juice the numbers because his fans gonna sit there and let that ride, right? And somebody said, didn't he turn 40, right? Cool says 15 records. 15 records was the standard before like the blueprint, but 15 records was the standard. But then like people start trying to get it around 10 to 13 for a while, which I was like, y'all can do more than that, right? We used to like record. We back in the day in the 90s, we was on some 18 tracks type shit. 16, 18 tracks, that was cool, right? And then it went down to 10. And then somebody when it bumped it back up to 13. And then you're right, it did get to 15. That's as it started to come back up to putting more shit on there. But it's all over the place. You know, it just got to be good, right? OVO 40. All cries on me. Yo, they get crazy. These things gonna be crazy. Ghost Gamer said 12 to 15 is the magic number. That's a fact. That 40 means there's nothing I didn't throw on here. Nothing. You want soca? You want bachata? It's on there. Like everything. I got you, gang. You want reggae? I got you. Like it's not gonna be something. Everybody get a stick. You get a record. You get 40 records, gang. That means some rock on there. It's that's ain't no way. That's to juice the numbers. That's to juice the numbers. That is insane. Gang, that ain't no way. And I'm gonna be honest, I might be one of the few, but when Chris Brown dropped them 30 tracks, I couldn't, it was too much. It was like 30, I don't know how many records was on that Chris Brown. How many records? Not this one. It was a while back. It was one I think he did it almost 40. I think he did 38 tracks. I was like, I'm not listening to no 38 tracks, gang. I'm just gonna be honest. Because I'm one of these fools that keeps starting it from the beginning. Every time I get in, I want to play the whole thing. 40? GNX and Casino have okay, it's quantity, it's quality, gang. Quality over quantity. 40? And they would think that, yo, 40 on it. Listen, 40, give me 40 beats. Like I'm gonna be 40. You're 40, right? Shit, fuck it, let's do it. 40 tracks. Yo, Chubbs, gas the jet. Like we gonna fly somewhere and do 40 tracks, right? Gang, this shit is crazy. 40 on the TikTok is ridiculous. Who jersey you wearing? This is Young from the Commanders. He's not even there no more. I don't think. Let me see if he's still there. I'm from DC. I'm a Commanders fan. Chase Young, is he still there? Nah, he in New Orleans. Yeah, this Chase Young. But he's not even there no more. This was a few years ago. So nah, he ain't there no more. Let me see. Yeah, I think that Chris Brown was 38. His fans don't even have attention span that long. They're not gonna process that shit. That 40, they're just gonna let that play. They're gonna go do shit and come back and gang. It's so many reasons to do this. It's so many reasons to do this. It's gonna lose a lot of people though. I'm just gonna be honest. It's gonna lose a lot of people. That I need confirmation, gang, because it don't even that don't even make no sense, gang. That don't even make no sense. Why Metro typing? I see right through fake love. What's going on? It's a lot going on Twitter, man. Ain't nobody saying nothing about this. Not real. This fake. Oh, that's fake. Okay. All right. So it's a lot going on Twitter. I don't see about the track list. It's weird, man. Like, ain't no way, gang. It's something to be a Washington fan, Charles. Trying to get through 40 songs is tiring. A lot of people won't even listen to all them songs. Yeah, for streamers to play on streams. Yeah, I get it. It's gonna be that's very hit or miss. Your fans are going to play it. His real fans going to let the 40 ride. That's what he's banking on. They're going to let it over and over and over and over and over, right? But the casuals, they're not doing 40 songs. I'm sorry. They're not doing 40 songs. And let's imagine. So let's do this. Let's do this. If you put that on right now, when are you done? It's 10:22 with where I am. You put that on 10:22. When are you done? Midnight? Oh, Vincent said he got videos on YouTube. Quality said, even if I was a neutral fan, I'm not listening to 41 songs. I only heard 4 songs off some sexy songs for you. Gang, you got to understand, these reactors got their work cut out for them, gang. Oh, boy. Yeah, you're right. Probably 2 a.m. That's how long it's going to take. 40? First of all, you ain't reacting to that no time soon. First of all, if you're going to react to that video you reacting going to be 2 hours. 40? No Life Shaq got it. He got a problem. Gang. This going to be, ain't no way. You'll be done listening around 1 or 2. Yeah. If I was to put that on 40, what? 40? That man got 2 videos already, surpassed his old subscription numbers. Salute to the Bay. That's listen, gang. I'm just gonna keep it a buck with you. That's gonna turn off a lot of people. It's gonna be some people that see that and don't even click play at all. That's a mistake. I don't even understand. There's no way. This guy making mistake after mistake, leaking that song to me last night. It turned a lot of people off. And then you put out an album with 41 songs. Just say you don't know what to put out. Oh my God. You know what? Let me look. Let me look this up. This is insanity. Let me see. How many songs? Oh boy. Oh, nice, man. It filled it up already. Oh, okay. No, they said 26. Hold on. Maybe it's 2. Maybe he dropping another one and it's coming out. But the first thing I said, oh, it's supposed to be, it's a double disc. This shit, I don't even know. This ain't even accurate. This shit's on Facebook. Hold up. These motherfuckers don't know. That was 2 hours ago. All right, so they don't even know. 1 hour ago. I'm so sick of that daily now shit. That's fake news shit. I'm sick of these parodies, man. Where they put up bullshit and it's, you know what I mean? Like, all right, nigga, like it's silly. Yeah, man, I don't see nothing about it. But y'all, I'm gonna take y'all word for it. The album is gonna be a fucking mess. You are right. 41 songs followed by an allegedly in another album. And that's not even an album, gang. That's a collection that's a playlist. That ain't even no album. 40 an album, gang. That ain't even a double album. Let's be honest. That's a triple album. 41? Yeah, nah. This is crazy. I don't know how they're gonna react to that. I don't even know. It's a pop opera, solidifying his thirst to win. This isn't a proud moment. His fans can't even defend this game. They will. The narratives are being worked up. The narratives are being worked up. Ghost Gamer said Mr. Morale was a double 2 and it was only 18 tracks. Because it's quality. It serves a purpose, a beginning, a middle, and an end. Yo, what happened to the channel? Oh, Homebody. What? Oh, Homebody, you just finding me? You just finding me, Homebody? Oh, man, it's a whole Homebody is a whole story. I got a whole video up. I didn't even realize you just got here. Homebody, the channel been gone for about what? Since Monday? What's today? Thursday. My channel been gone since like Monday. What's the 10th? We working on getting it back. I already talked to some people. I had to fill out some very detailed paperwork with a whole lot of information. But I might get it back at some point. It's looking like it's coming. But as of right now, I don't have a channel. So this new channel is brand new. A lot of people help push the numbers. Big Zoe, Big Kish, Quality, Moni. A lot of people help push it and get the word out, right? So this the new channel for now, but I'm gonna have both of them when we get it back, right? This wasn't even Homebody. This wasn't even a backup channel. It didn't exist. It just exists as of Monday, right? So I'm waiting on to see if I can get the other one back. So right now I'm working on tips. I got people sending tips to the cash shop. If they can, they will. Bird, how you doing? Hummingbird building. Yeah, so Homebody, this is a new one. Damn, Homebody, what you thought I was at? She's like, this nigga Charles lazy as a motherfucker. He ain't doing shit. Damn. But nah, yeah, this the new channel. I didn't know you didn't. But nah, this the new channel, and we just rocking out. Tell me in the chat how you found it. Did it pop up? Did something pop up in your feed? Is that how you found the channel? Let me know. Oh, that is hilarious. Good to see you though. Good to see you. Listen, so I don't know what this 40 tracks is going to be a humdinger. I think that is mistake number 2. Now we're going to see about these so-called videos that he got going on. But end of the day, it's tough, dog. Let me see something. I know they going nuts right now. Let me see. They got listen, this is crazy. They betting on the shit on Kalshi and all the shit. Hold up. I don't know, man. High New Hip Hop got something going on. They don't got no information. Nobody got no information. It is what it is. Who cares? At the end of the day, I think this is another mistake. To do 40 songs is absolutely insane. I'm just gonna be honest. Percy, what's good? Big Zoe sent you. Zoe is that guy. Listen, he been making what's in my cup. This is regular old juice, fruit punch, Minute Maid fruit punch. I'm not even doing nothing crazy tonight. This I wish it was Merlot. It is what it is. Girly Jock, you're right. The content creators been coming together, man. It's beautiful. It's good to see. We've been supporting each other. I think it's just one of these things where we all know how hard this is. This shit is hard, okay? When you see us sitting in these chairs and we coming up with these concepts and trying to get this shit, we trying to get it right. We reading these stories. We trying to put our own spin on it. This stuff is not easy. Then you got people in the chats. They either with you or they're against you, but it's a whole lot going on, right? Let me see what homeboy said. Cool said Drake tries to he tries to sound too tough, and that's not a good look. Yes, it's crazy. It's crazy. Walter said McDonald's about to release 40 sauce packs with the same flavor. Listen, man, us creators, this is not easy. This is not easy. And I was looking at because they asked me for all these numbers of my channel. Right? Oh, I ain't talking about Tomato Man. I'm gonna get back to that, Lord. They try to ask me for all these numbers about my channel. And I went back and I was looking at old posts trying to find numbers. And I was like, damn, gang, like I had like I was excited to get 100 followers and stuff, right? So it's like it's not easy to continue this because when you first start, it's very slow. It's very tough. And you're posting and you're clicking and dragging, and people won't watch your shit, and you're just getting better at it, but you're not, it takes time. So I think the creators understand the real struggle it is, because once you get going, then it seemed like you always was going, but you're not always going, because the more you get, the more you have to do, right? The more you get people watching you, then the more videos you got to make. So it just gets more difficult, right? And but it's your job at some point. So this is what we do. And the creators are supporting each other, especially the black ones. We showing each other love. I mean, all creators should show love to each other. And I think for the most part they do. All right, let me see. Bro trying to inflate the numbers with all these songs. Yes, that's 100%. That is a move to actually let his fans run that, and that's just gonna, you know what I mean? That's gonna be crazy for the numbers wise if they can get to. But the only thing is it's slower to get certain songs to pop. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is when you got 40, like when you got that many songs, it's gonna be harder for the because there's so many tracks, right? Let me make sure I ain't dropped. So it is what it is. So Homebody, oh, let me tell Homebody about Tomato Man since we here, right? Let me get to that. Homebody, like, what's going on with Tomato Man? Well, let me tell you, right? Hoodoo, what's good, Hoodoo? So, if y'all can still hear me, because I know I dropped for a second. Let me know if y'all can still hear me, right? But Homebody, we are working on a concept. Tomato Man is a concept. He's about to have his own comic book. Tomato Man, let me get some tomatoes in the chat too. Tomato Man is a superhero that is here to fight against the dastardly Iceman. And they both are Drake because he's in a lifelong battle with himself, right? So they're fighting each other. One knows good, one knows evil, but Tomato Man is in the end going to save Atlanta from the awkwardly awful raps of Iceman. That's the core. That is the lore. Now we're going to start getting deeper. As a team, we're going to figure out Tomato Man's story and Iceman's backstory, how we got here, where they're pretty much one and the same, and they're fighting each other, and they both have different goals, but one is only could be one victor, right? And I'm sure Tomato Man is throwing tomatoes at that 40 song track list. I'm sure he's going to hit tomato that whole thing up. He's going to tomato that whole thing up. Whole body's like, what's going on with this tomato shit? Well, that's who he is. Tomato Man is the alter ego to Iceman, and for the most part, he beats him every time. Every time they fight, Tomato Man beats him. If you look at the pictures, you can see that Tomato Man is a very, very strong nemesis to Iceman. He thwarts him every time he tries, and he probably going to thwart him this time when he try to do too much with this album. He's going to thwart him again. And he's going to put him back in his place and make sure that we don't have to hear too much of this shit when he shows up, okay? But we're going to make a whole we're going to make a whole comic book this down the third. I got a fundraiser on GoFund. We're raising funds to make a real. We're going to make a real comic. We're going to make this happen. Tomato Man. And maybe one day Drake will be a good sport. He'll voice the cartoon, right? Maybe he'll come in and voice both parts, right? He'll play Tomato Man, and he'll play Iceman. We'll both parts, right? it is. Ain't that to be crazy. But yeah, Tomato Man, we need you. Gang, they was like, I told you, oh, Homebody, you haven't even seen the mean tweets or nothing of the people. So when I lost my channel, and I put I put I don't know, homeboy, do you want to hear the story of let me know if you want to hear the story of how I lost the channel. I can do it in 2 minutes. I can tell you in 2 minutes, right? So I had was an offer from Shure Microphones in my inbox. I ignored them for months, but they kept hitting me up. Yo, we think your content will be da 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 da. So I actually one day decided, you know what, I'm going to give that thing a shot. I clicked it, went to the Shure Microphones app page, because the guy said you got to just click this link. It'll tell you what to do. Da da da. So I go and I click the link. I go to what appeared to be Shure Microphones. It was very elaborate. This was a very elaborate scam. It was a hoax, right? I got stung, right? I got sniped. So then I go in, but this is the thing. I've done deals like that before, and there was no issue. I logged in, and there was no problem. So I logged in with this. I thought it was Shure Microphones. I went in, and it did this, that, and the third. Bong, bong, bong. After the third page, they were like, one last thing. I clicked that, locked me out of the email. I was trying to get back in, so I approved the I thought it was me trying to get back in, because it said it's you're trying to get in your email at my location. So I approved it. They took, so they ended up taking my email, and by having my email, I couldn't get back to my YouTube, right? So they had my YouTube, and a day later they put up some wild ass Bitcoin thing. I think some people, I'm just gonna be honest, I think it might have been some Russians, to be honest, because when I went back and I found the channel, what I just recently found out, that they went in my restream, this thing I'm streaming on right now. I don't have that one no more. This is a brand new restream. That's why my mic was acting up the other night. But they went through, they streamed the live that they did. They streamed it through my restream channel. So they went to my email, logged into my restream, and then they set up a Bitcoin thing by some guy named Finkel, and this, that, and the third. And as that was streaming live, they had 12,000 people watching, and I started going nuts on Twitter, kept posting. We kept adding the YouTube creators. So they finally saw it, and they went over there and deleted the whole channel. So by that stream, by us bringing so much attention, a lot of people was retweeting it. Yo, this creator helped Charles Brown, da da da. It started the free Charles, Quality started the free Charles Brown campaign, and Zoe and everybody was checking in. So made a lot of noise, and then YouTube went and deleted the channel, but the channel's gone at this point. So that's what it's been, right? So I got hacked, and the channel got removed by YouTube itself for this, that, and the third, right? But I made some leeway. So some stuff is moving and shaking. So I might get that channel back. But right now, there's no money coming in, because you can't get paid if you ain't got no channel, gang. So it's a brand new channel, it ain't even monetized yet, right? So this is what it is. That's why everybody is like, yo, we're gonna look out for you, da da da. So Diego said, how you know it may be Russians? Because when I went back, I got back into that restream account, because I ended up from another computer, it was still logged in, and I saw that the titles of all of the channels, like where I got Ice Tomato Man, this, that, whatever I got right there, they changed all of those to what appeared to be Russian. So all of the titles for every stream, Twitch, uh, 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 LinkedIn, everywhere I was, Twitter, all of them ended up when you change the title of the video once, it changes it on all the things. So they changed the title of the video, and they made it into what looked like Russian. So when I logged in there to cancel that account, and when I saw the titles, they were all in Russian. So I was like, damn, what it looked like to be Russian writing. Could have been Greek or something, but it like Russian, right? So they put that live up. There was a Bitcoin live, and they had another one that they were going to start. So they had that one, and they had another one that they were going to run. And the channel got clipped. I guess they was going to run it. They probably wasn't expecting me to be on Twitter going nuts to the YouTube people, because the YouTube people would have never known it. So when I saw it before it even started, well, people hit me up, Charles, are you going to go live, da da da. People start hitting me up. So I went and looked, and I saw it was 1,000 people waiting in the queue before it even started, right? Then as I started posting on, I said, yo, it's 1,000 people. I took a video, 2,000 people, right? And then 7,000 people was in there. Then when it started, they had 12,000 people watching. So then I started showing this is crazy on Twitter, and the YouTube people went in. They didn't expect that. They didn't expect YouTube people to act so fast. So they was going to just run my shit for days. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. What McCoy say, someone from that part of the world tried to sign into my Apple account last week. Yeah, it's crazy if they get your shit. And company manager said last night that happened to him a few years ago, but his spyware detector caught it. But he was talking to some what he thought was a sponsor too, right? He thought somebody was trying to sponsor his account as well. And when he signed in, they try to yap his thing too. So it does happen. Just got to be more careful. Koala said, "Not Mike. You will get the channel back." Salute to Koala. Koala been more supportive than anybody in this thing. The most supportive person on this whole thing, and a lot of people been supportive. So, but Koala been rocking with it. I appreciate that. And I try to hit you up. I was thinking of something special. I'm gonna try to hit you up, and I had four of us in mind to do something, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. But I'm gonna hit you up, right? I was actually gonna be 6 of us that I'm thinking about. I'm gonna hit you up, and we're gonna get something going. All right, we're gonna see. That's just nobody know nothing about that yet. We that's from me to you. Just say nobody else. Nobody else. You don't have a Twitter though. I couldn't find you on Twitter. I wanted to do a Twitter thing. We'll figure it out. Maybe hit you up on Reddit. We can get on Reddit or something. We figure it out. Don't worry about it. But anyway, in the meantime, in between time, listen. Black-Yeti.com. Make sure y'all go over there. Did y'all tap in over there? All right. Let them know who sent you. You got to put the dash in the middle. Diego say, if I sent you some art, you want to sell it on t-shirts, anything. Send it, gang. Listen, I'm open to anything, and I want somebody who can do t-shirt art because I want to do more shirts. I've been looking for somebody that can actually do stuff that I can commission them to make art for my shirt, to make shirts, logos and shit like that. I want somebody that I can talk to do that, right? Right, Mike, even you, right? Mike, even you. So that's what I want to get into that. But end of the day, man, we're looking at a guy. I'm gonna say this is gonna sound weird. I think 40 tracks is spiraling, gang. Some people are gonna say, watch the debates tomorrow. Some people are gonna say it's smart. Some people are gonna say, okay, we get it. It's to get all the streams, this, that, and the third. My email, charlesbrown at gmail. Right? You send it to my email, or you might send it to the what show. So listen, it's going to be debates tomorrow, right? It's going to be debates tomorrow about the length of this album. If it really has 40 tracks, they're going to spin this into a power move. You just heard Ray Daniels talking about the industry is going to collapse if the album doesn't do well. You just heard them that they're putting everything on this album. So now they're going to say this is genius. If it does pop, expect a lot more albums to come out with a lot more records, right? I'm just going to be honest. Young Steve said, ICEMAN sounded ass so far. I'm not surprised. I'm just gonna be honest. It's 40 tracks mean you don't know where this thing is going. Just gonna be honest. That means that's everything you did. That means that's everything you made, and you just threw it all in there, gang. You got it mixed and mastered and da da da. And but you guys, listen, blame yourself too, because a lot of you guys are like, "Where's 40?" Like it's not a lot of 40 on there. You need to get back with 40. Academics probably in heaven right now. I think he got a stream right now, but. End of the day, well, he supposed to be at some thing in Jersey or something. I saw on his page he got a show somewhere the same night. They said Drake was trying to burn him because he put the show on the same night as his show. They said he tried to do him dirty, but I don't know. But end of the day, the narrative now is going to be. I got your email, Diego. I see it. The narrative now is going to be 40 tracks is the shit. I'm telling you right now, when they get done spinning this, they're going to start trying to make these artists do 30, 40 tracks. If this thing works and they start to get a real impact of numbers, if they start thinking that, okay, more is more. That industry, he's right about that. The industry, monkey see, monkey do. They're going to make that into the standard. Try. Most people are not going to do that, but the people that are controlled by these labels, the labels are going to make these guys start doing shit like that. And you're going to want to pull your head off because they're going to be doing 24, 25 tracks. It's insanity. It's insanity. 40 tracks of mid to inflate the streams. That's exactly what that is. And that's what the internet is going to be saying. The internet is going to clown this. They are going to absolutely clown this. He said, Charles, I thought you're not making any more videos about the leak song until I saw that you lost the channel. King Bear salute. Yeah, we over here now, right? We over here. We moving and shaking. I might get the other channel back. It looked good. Quality is telling me I'm gonna get it. So when we get it back, we're gonna celebrate. We're gonna go live and nut up over there too. And I got some stuff planned where I'm trying to bring some of us together and do something nice. I said I'm sick of what Chantel say. It won't move. Sick of the lady. I'm sick of them already, just knowing they're gonna cope. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. Now, what they're gonna have to do now out of 40, you got to figure out what's the banger, right? What 2 out of bangers? But y'all say they got videos this and the third. Gang, I'm really not. I'm just gonna be honest. I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine sitting through 10 of them shit. I can't even. That's just me. And I know, like the homeboy said in the chat last night, said, "Oh, man, you be just hating on everything." It's not hating. I just don't want to hear it. And I got a right to not want to hear it, right? And I get it. It's hip hop. If you're a hip hop historian, you're supposed to be want to hear everything. Not really, gang. Like not really, because I already know what it's for. And I told Company Man last night. I said, gang, listen. We've been saying this for 15 years. The quality hasn't gone up, it's going down. So how can he come now with a masterpiece? Like you can't just go from just declining every single time you drop. As that's how I see it. Your stuff getting less and less creative and not as good, right? And all of a sudden, now when the pressure's on, you're gonna make a classic. And ain't no way no 40 track album gonna ever be considered nobody's classic. And motherfuckers probably already that's on his side right now already probably calling it a classic, right? Who in here? We got an X comment. Owner said you hating. Listen, call it what you will, gang. It's gonna be tough to say a 40 songs is a classic, gang. Not crazy. I'm just gonna be honest, right? Ghost Gamer said, how many songs y'all think gonna be at least decent? I'm guessing 12 out of the 40. Oh, that's rough. Sheesh. Golly. What do you make of these Tomato Man images, Charles? Oh, well, what do you use to make them? Gang, I'm gonna be honest. I just went straight. I used to pay for this shit. I used to pay mid and other shit. And I was wait, just go to Google, go to AI mode and just say create a picture of bang and just write it. And that's all I did. And then Google's perfect. They're like, oh, yeah, that's what we doing. Okay, say less. A whole line of quote shirts. I already emailed some ideas. Did you? Could have a whole. I have to. Oh, yeah, email me, Girly Jock. I tried listening to that leak and couldn't finish. The music was never for me. Chantel, man, I'm telling you, I listened to it last night and I was absolutely annoyed. And it made me, I was giving them some grace. I said it earlier. I said I was giving them some grace. But as I listened to that song and I heard the subs and the shots, and I'm like, this is what we're doing. We're still here. It made me not want to hear the album no more. I was getting the slightest bit curious, gang. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Because he was quiet, he wasn't saying nothing, he wasn't making no ruckus, wasn't a whole lot of sneak this and that. I said, you know what? If Homeboy just come and settle in, no fanfare, just do some good music, maybe we can get back to, but maybe we can get back to views, right? I'm personally, that's where I was rocking. I know a lot of you don't like Views, but I thought Views was a good record to me because it wasn't trying to be nothing but just dance hall, like wind your body. Like it just was whatever, right? So I was like, okay, that record, I can leave that in the background at a cookout. We outside, we drinking that, just put the shit on. Play that Drake shit, right? These hoes, just put the shit on, right? End of the day, let it go. But I'm like this, right? Whatever is on there changed when it started getting like, I'm gonna be tougher, this, that, and the third, right? So end of the day, that era, I can deal with that. So we come back. Let's say this. I'm not saying nigga make a views, right? But what I'm saying is he come back, he humble himself. Forget the battle, right? Forget the battle. And they told me last night, they were like, "We're track after Pusha T, still was this. Company Man was right, because I had mentioned what's this record? He did the one with the God's Plan, right? I said he just came back with God's Plan. He minded his business. He said, but Charles, this is in there. I said, but you got to tell people that, right? You got to tell people that. Most people listening to God's Plan don't know that those are disses and subs, right? We know that because we're locked in, and we know that he stole that from XXX Tentacion. He to thumb his nose up at him. He took his, because that's XXX Tentacion's idea. He was down in Florida giving away money, doing videos, So he stole the idea, for lack of a better word, and did it because they were beefing. XXX Tentacion was really coming out, dissing them crazy, So he took that from him and made it the biggest song in the world. So I said, when he left the Pusha T battle, he did it, come back, this and Now he was subbing, but he came back with a record that basically was pretty much, this is just going to be for the people. I'm not on here. I'm not trying to act tough. It's just, I'm gonna make a good record. And it was a good record, God's Plan. And then something right after that he came out with But just make some good music, gang. Like just calm down. Like, we don't need the timestamp shit, gang. Timestamp shouldn't be shit coming out first. That should be your first. We shouldn't hear that first. That's the shit after everything settled down and you just chilling one night. The shit just come on. Like, I don't know. It just, oh shit, nigga drop a timestamp like We don't be leading out no records with that shit, right? So you just leading with a really big record. This album ain't had no big record, right? It's no big record that let it out. He just dropped it, right? Whatever. But end of the day, I was like, if the dude come back and he humble, right? Come back, he humble. Tomato challenge. You say less, say less. He come back, he humble, and he's forget. He just don't bring up the battle. Don't bring up. You're bigger than this. You're better than this. You ain't got to bring up the battle. Don't bring up that. What do you talk about? Just make some good records. I was starting to like on some, like, you know what? Not piece it up, but just like, you know what I'm saying? Look, just stand in the corner a little bit. Just let the nigga dance, right? Just watch. Like, if we at a party or something, y'all got beef and shit, but the nigga been quiet and we ain't been having no problems like that. He's good. I just y'all leave the nigga alone. Let him dance, right? Just watch him. Just let him dance. If you act it up, then we get him. But let him dance, right? So I'm just like, I'm gonna sit back and then chill in the party. Let him dance. But then he come in the party acting like this, throwing subs and swinging and shit. Like, nigga, what? Now we got to get you, right? And that's what I was saying. Like, I was actually okay. Maybe we can low key let this nigga lit. No, because now I heard the record last night. The shit it made me visibly annoyed and angry. Cause I'm like, bro, you coming out subbing, dissing, you shooting shots and all this, and you talking about the man height, talking about Muggsy Bogues finally dunk for once. Like, you just right. Remember that? Okay. Remember the rapper, right? It was a rapper, right? And this could be touchy or not touchy. But remember the rapper, this might have been a year or two ago, where, and it is what it is, right? Somebody, they went in his house to do a song together. And while in the course of being a song, him and his girl was in the house, the dude was acting funny. And one thing led to another. Homeboy started trying to, they tried to rob him, right? Dude ended up shooting a dude in self-defense, right? And he killed the dude, right? Now, the homeboys dudes, right? The homeboys dudes, my mom's on some shit. They don't play, gang. I'm dead ass. They don't fucking play. They don't fuck around. Homeboy John said y'all homeboy John said y'all doing too much. He said, Charles, your moms block anybody that's not on your hate train. Hate train, we hate it. That's very academics like. He does the same on his page. I don't know academics. I never go on his page. But it's no hate over here, gang. We just talk. It's tough love. I said that. But listen, Homeboy had shot the dude in self-defense. And homeboy who had passed away, his side was upset, but they realized that he was in the wrong. So they fell back and let homeboy live. They said, we're not going to retaliate because what homeboy did to you was wrong. Even though we at odds, the way he did it, he came in your house with you and your lady and try to play you, we gonna let it go. But then homeboy started to go on social media and make posts about it. Right? This was, I think it was like a year or two ago. He started to make posts about it. He went to Vlad TV, this, that, and the third. So it started to be like, hold up, you're not humble. We're giving ass and you're not humble. So then they went after him. And that's what I'm saying. We gave homeboy a pass. I was giving him a pass, right? I was like, let me let it breathe, right? End of the day. But we gave homeboy a pass. And let me say, so homeboy said the hate train. I would love to hear what you gotta say, because end of the day, right? It's not, if you're talking crazy, they're gonna block you. If you're talking nonsense, they're gonna put you on timeout. So it's not a hate train, but you saying it's a hate train already. That's already a red flag, right? You could speak your mind, but if you're coming in talking about a hate train, then they probably put you on a timeout, right? It is what it is. Let me continue. End of the day, I was thinking about letting homeboy live. I was like, let me just leave him be. Let me let him drop his album. Then I'm like, that's when I figured last night. I was like, nah. Actually, I was before. I had already checked. I had already clocked in that I wasn't going to let him live with the when they got to me on Twitter about my took, but it wasn't his fault. So I was doing a lot of shit for the fan. That's where Tomato Man came from. When they was dissing me on Twitter for losing my page, I showed the let me see. John said I wasn't talking crazy. I just had a point that wasn't pleasing Kendrick. He is not a god. Well, we're not even talking about that though. Like, what we doing? We're not even talking about Kendrick. End of the day, when they went at me on Twitter, I showed the mean tweets in the live yesterday. I showed a bunch of the mean tweets, and you guys were gasping. You were gasping for air how mean these tweets were. You were like, God, da. But that's the tip of the iceberg. That's every single day. But they were rejoicing that my channel got taken down. They were very ecstatic about that. And after that, right? Like, I think I have some right here, shit like this. I still got him in here. Let me see. After that, I was like, I'm gonna make these dudes feel really, really bad. Right? Like this one right here. Let me see if I can bring this up. I brought the pictures up earlier and he gave me problems. I'll just show one. That's not the picture. You dirty old ass dog was wishing my page got took, and look at God, right? That was a thing. That was the whole thing. This guy had a whole thing where he wrote this heinous shit with no evidence. This guy's one of the worst guys on there, right? So he said that, and I laughed at that. I thought that was actually funny because I had forgot that me and him even crossed paths, but we crossed paths like 6-7 months ago. Here's another one. Dude said, dickhead, whoever has control, add the ICEMAN album. So when he heard that my album got my page got taken, he was saying add the ICEMAN album. This down the third. Yeah, these pictures acting crazy tonight. So I'm not gonna show no more, but it was kind of wild. It got really, really, really crazy. They were extremely ecstatic that my page got took, right? They were having a field day. They were having a blast, and that made me decide, yeah, we're gonna roll with. I need my guy Tomato Man. I need him right now, right? Old hating ass motherfucker that just did all that shit to have his YouTube channel clip. Niggas, go spend some time with your grandkids hating on Drizzy, gonna cost your gramps. This is the shit they was right. And it's funny because this is light work. These guys are awful, gang. They're mean. They're despicable people, gang. This chick right here, she comes on my page every couple of weeks. She's on my shit, but she's one of the real OVO people. This chick is really about that life. I don't know how she lives because she's on there 24/7. Better luck next time, Gramps. And she wrote a whole thing. This ain't even the only one she wrote. She on this trick about karma, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, having an opinion is karma. Okay, dead eye. Okay. They very territorial about this guy. So they give mean. It's hundreds of mean tweets. At some point, you just don't even, you know what I mean? You don't even acknowledge it no more. I can't even respond to these people no more. Like, out of probably 500, I might ask one something or something. It's really no reason to talk to them because they just you can't have a real conversation with them. You can't. They're not real people. They're just angry as hell. They just mad. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't even talk to them. Gang, it is. It's weird. It is what it is. Yeah, it was a whole lot going on. So I accepted it. I accepted my place in this fight, gang. It's a war, right? We dealing with a lot of nonsense. These people fight on end. They don't have no chill. It's forever. It's nonstop, and they really say some heinous stuff. You got to really be built for it, gang. You got to really be built for it because they would talk. I told you one of the things they say on Twitter. They read my bio. Bala said, "Have a good night." Salute, Bala. I didn't even see you in the chat. I'm going to go watch some of my favorite GNX reactions. There it is. But I told you that they read my bio that I'm a cancer survivor, and these dudes they say they've said it more than once, several times, at least a dozen, that I wish the cancer got you, gang. They're relentless, gang. You've never seen nothing like this. These people on Twitter, you can't reason with them. They wild. Said, Charles, did you see that video of Dejan? I don't know what happened with Dejan. He said something. Oh, he gonna make the documentary about Drake or something. Is that what happened? He said some dumb shit on Twitter today. And I told you I met Dejan when I went over to No Jumper. I didn't know who he was. Media has turned on so many. Drizzy Glaze is rejoicing over someone losing their YouTube channel. Yeah. And the thing is, right? Everything ain't fair in love and war, gang. Some stuff is like, okay, I get it. You're mad, blah, blah, blah. But people lose their livelihood and you'll celebrate, right? But that's the thing that they don't have it's no honor among thieves, right? It's no honor amongst thieves. So what it is it's gotten so mean now that you'll see a person lose their income and you'll laugh. Like I saw some in battle rap the other day, gang. And they were telling me that these two been going at it forever, da da da. I saw something in battle rap probably 3 weeks ago. One battle rapper, I think they started clowning him for getting evicted, right? He got evicted and they exposed him. Another battle rap page, they exposed him for being broke, living in his car, some crazy shit. Like I was like, some shit like that. And I was like, I went on the post because I follow battle rappers on my Twitter, da da da. And I could tell who the battle rapper was is on Twitter. And I went in there and I said, I don't know this guy, but something it can't be right to kick a man that when he down like that. Like, I don't know what kind of beef y'all had in this battle shit, but it can't be right to laugh at him for getting evicted, gang. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's okay. And then somebody said, nah, Unc, these two been going at it. They've been dissing each other for months now. Da 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 da. I don't know who the rapper, I don't remember the rapper's name offhand. It's two rappers, right? And I think one of the dudes the dude that posted it is a battle rap commentator. I don't think he's a rapper, but he was posting it, right? And then he got the information from the other. I don't know what it was, but the nigga got evicted, gang. Like, it was crazy. And they were rejoicing. They were clowning him. And I'm like, okay, I get it. That I get it that we've had back and forth. But when a nigga loses job, like that got kids and shit, like, for you to go and celebrate, like, I get it. I'm not no boohoo nigga, like crying for a nigga like that. Don't cry for me. But what I'm saying is I have some decorum, right? Like when these they don't get paid off Twitter. So when these Drake guys lose their Twitter page, that's funny. But if a Drake guy goes and loses his YouTube, which pays him, oh no, I'm not going to be rejoicing and laughing. But they don't get paid from that. They go work stuff, so they don't understand that at that point that pays me. You know what I mean? They don't understand that. To them, it's funny because it's all about their guy, and I'm disrespectful to their guy, so they're laughing and da da da. So it's like, I mean, it is what it is. I know what I got. I know what I'm stepping into. So I get it. I'm not in the slightest sad that he crying, that they laughing and shit, but still, you still ask yourself, gang, at the end of the day, what is going on, right? What? Oh, salute to Therapy. Y'all put Therapy in the chat. Therapy was dying inside, reacting to the cringe fest of an ICEMAN episode. It is what it is. Hold on. Thank you. I got a refill. More juice. But oh, Therapy shouted me out too. What happened to Therapy? What y'all mean, rest in peace? He said he having a baby. He just said he having a baby the other day. Salute to Therapy. He retweeted my he shared my thing too. Salute to Therapy too. Yeah, so it's like these guys have no chill. They don't care. I mean, it is, but I've been dealing with these guys for a couple years now, so I get it that there is no, you know what I mean? They don't see you as a human. You're an adversary at some point. I even laugh with some of these guys because Caribou, one of the most notorious motherfuckers. He's one of the most notorious people on there, and we can laugh like if you're funny, we can laugh, and we know we're adversarial, and we clown each other, da da da. But if it's funny, we can laugh, right? And we can still take our shots, but it's a human side to it, right? Even though we take our shots, we still can make follow the nigga the other day, because first of all, he's following me, and we've been going at it so long that it became it's like two spies from two different countries that just realize what it is, right? And we just take it for a joke. It's just a joke at this point. But some of these people are really mad, like that girl I showed you that said karma. Oh no, that chick is dead ass about that life. This chick she don't give two fucks. This chick all day, every day. Drake. This chick is ready to catch a body, right? I told you in that viral last year, they went viral. The Drake fans went viral in a Twitter space because they were screaming at each other over the song. It was somebody didn't like the song. I think it was which one. And they were arguing back and forth. I think that's what they were arguing about. That Twitter space went viral, and people started doing videos about it because it was so they were crashing out. It was like the OVO hoes are crashing out. She was one of the people crashing out, right? She's really like one of the fucking, what do they call that shit? One of the, not henchmen, but yeah, she's about that action, and you can't joke, you can't play. This chick is dead ass. Like she's like, I think she'll like put her hair in a bun and put Vaseline on and fight you over this nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like some of them get it, but a lot of them don't, and they really, really are angry. And when I lost that channel, they put the bird call out, gang. They came from all around getting in my shit. They was getting crazy. It was like, gang. But I was expecting it though, because I already know what they do. So they came, and that's why I screenshot all them nasty ass tweets, because I see this every day. I wanted to share that with you guys, because I know you guys get tired of me saying, yo, it's crazy on Twitter. They awful people. So that's why I showed you guys that they are really awful people, minions. Let me see some. Yeah, so I'm on a delay, so I be seeing stuff after I said it. It's 4 minutes later. Not ratchet. You know what it is? It's like when you're part of a criminal thing, they are all co-defendants, awful. And it's just like, I get it. What happened with therapy? He said therapy he was barely holding on. When he was talking about the episodes, gang, them episodes, I skipped through them. So what you gotta do is you gotta let them finish, and then you gotta use your mouse and scroll through the episode. Because if you gotta have a conversation about the bullshit, like I used when I had to do videos on them episodes 1, 2, 3, it was awful. So I had to put my mouse down. I had to go on the computer and just scroll through till you see the nigga stop, like, because he's doing a lot of nonsense, like a lot of it's very slow, those episodes, those ICEMAN episodes. So you just take your mouse, slide through, watch him walk like fucking, you know what I'm saying? Then he gets somewhere, then you stop it, see if something happened. Because shit's an hour and change of some nonsense. So you could whittle that down to 3 minutes, right? He'll tell the whole story because it was a whole lot of dead air and, you know what I'm saying, happening in this, that, and the third, right? So it is what it is. Well, let me see what's going on. I'm just here to entertain you guys, man, because why not? Right? It is what you need something else to do, man. Did episode 4 ever drop? Yeah, it's dropped tonight. That shit dropped at 9:45, right? 9:45, episode 4 dropped. That's what we were. That's why I was here, because I was like, I'm gonna be the alternative to that shit, right? To anybody that want to watch. Therapy is watching episode 4. Oh, still going? Ain't no way that shit's still going. I think it probably went an hour. It can't be 2 hours. It could be. It could be. I won't know. Patricia said, ask AI to give you a summary. Yeah, but I gotta kind of see it too. So the little parts I gotta see, like that's why I can. I've been getting some really good jokes off about that shit, because I saw the girl dancing in the empty pool. I saw they were in a Turkish bathhouse. I saw him and Central C up there talking on top of. There's a lot of good jokes came out of it. So I had to kind of see it. I saw that he was driving an ice truck, and I saw that he was listening to the music by himself in the truck by himself, playing beats. I was like, this nigga sad as fuck. Like he by himself. That's some sad shit. Like he's working, but he playing the beats. You're not even rapping to him. He's just listening to him. I'm like, God damn, like this nigga hurting like shit. So I just got a lot of good off it by watching it, right? Because it's a lot of silence and nonsense. So it's like you skip through and then you see something funny. Allegedly, when he had the ice truck, he allegedly quit right here. So episode, I think it was episode, might have been 2. I don't know which one it was. 3, I think it was 3. He allegedly quit the job while he was there. He for whatever reason, this, that, and third, and I think he left the ice or took the ice, one of the other, whatever. So you're supposed to find on episode 4 what happened, right? So I don't even know, man. Let me see what's going on. I tried ChatGPT before. That shit pissed me off. Yeah, I don't know how to use that stuff. I'm be honest. Wifey, ChatGPT is her friend now. She be asking and shit about the zodiac signs and shit. I don't know how to use ChatGPT. I'm that guy. Like I know how to do a lot of shit. I'm very savvy with stuff, but I am not savvy with that. I just learned that damn making them pictures on that damn Google yesterday or the day before. So ChatGPT, I still ain't mastered that. That's something for another day. I don't know even what you're supposed to do with that. I heard you can. Oh, what's your boy put his contract in there? What's your boy name? Shit. Finesse 2 times or some shit. No. Is it Finesse 2 times? Who put their contract in the ChatGPT? Finesse 2 times, right? Yeah, he put his contract in the ChatGPT. Found out this shit was trash. Like, yeah, I didn't even know you can do that. Who's burning them? Jay Prince Jr. Yeah. So, which is like I said when I did the video, we was getting them trash contracts so long, we started passing them down. Right? Said Finesse 2 times. Like I said, we older generation, right? We would just copy and paste the trash contracts that we were given because they were giving them out to us. So we would just copy and paste. And I'm sure now they smart enough to make the contracts worse, right? They making them worse. They ironclad, the 360s and all the shit. And I'm sure that Jay Prince Jr. didn't copy and paste it. They put in there everything they want because the shit said it's ironclad, right? They said that Finesse 2 times album, his music is in perpetuity. They own that music forever. He can't even get it back in 30 years like it's supposed to. They have it where it passes down, gang. Right? So they made some awful this is why these guys are so upset with these these guys that are pretending to be labels, because what they did to Finesse 2 Times, and apparently Pooh Shiesty contract is crazy too, right? Which is why we got the robbery and whatever. They are doing stuff so heinous now that it don't even it's not even morally conscious to do, because half of it is illegal. Some of the shit is like you can't even do some of the stuff they writing in these contracts. But the rapper don't get it. He not reading it. And a lot of people clowned Pooh Shiesty, and you clowned Finesse 2 Times. But Finesse 2 Times, when I listened to him talk, he said, I get it, you're not supposed to trust niggas. He said, but homeboy came in when he was locked down and sat in the bunk with him and tried to tell him, listen, when you get out, I'm gonna show you the game. He finessed him. It's me and you. I'm gonna show you how to do this. I'm gonna pretty much look out for you, and I'm gonna make sure. Well, he got him. He blew him up, but he didn't make no money. He said he's paying money out of his own pocket, $30,000 for a video. So homeboy kind of got in there, and it's a mind f, right? He groomed him and made him feel that he was family, and that's what he felt. So he didn't even read the contract, just signed it. And I felt for him, because dudes that's felons, man. Like, when you're a felon, right? You're right. You trust no one. Young Money's right. But when you're a felon, you're kind of hopeless, right? You come out, either you do what you was doing when you went in, which going to send you back, or you try to be honest and upstanding. Well, a lot of people don't want to take no chance on you. They don't want to give you a job. So now you're either going to go back to what you was doing, or you're going to take a chance on something. And it might be somebody that they might be unscrupulous, but you're going to trust them anyway, because you don't have no choice. You don't want to deal drugs the rest of your life. You don't want to do this. You don't want to go back. So he trusted Jay Prince Jr. And I get it that you're not supposed to, but sometimes you say, listen, I don't have nothing to lose. I'm going to trust this guy because this is all I got, right? So homeboy might have just trusted him. And no, like, we always say that, yo, you ain't supposed to trust nobody, but you got to trust somebody sooner or later. And I think homeboy's just really good at making people believe in him, because he just made them young boys crash out on homeboy at the other thing that with NBA young boys guy, right? Ben 10, I believe. I'm not sure what the name is, but didn't they do that for him? So homeboy just very good at getting people to do things. Let's say that, okay? So he may have really been very persuasive, and dude just wanted to believe. And Finesse 2 Times got some big ass records. Gang, like, this dude got some records. He should be really paid, right? Money said, my lawyer who isn't connected to the situation. What happened? Let me read it. Quality said, UMG is very strict with reacting to music. They always been this way. I advise to be hold on, I got my thing in the way. Any of my content creators to be careful reviewing UMG. You don't mind blocking the live video globally. Yeah, he's right. But we saw something online. We don't know if it's real, but Say Cheese said that they're gonna whitelist all the music so the reactors can react. I don't know about that, because they'll say that, and I think I put something in. I think I put something from Dot in there, one of my things, and it wasn't whitelisted. So they be saying that, yo, they're whitelisted, they're not gonna snatch it down. Da, da, da. I put some music by Kendrick in my shit one time, and they came for my shit. So it don't always happen like that. So we'll see. He's dropping 3. Miss DeVary said he's dropping 3 albums tonight. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Just this dude just dropping one whole digital smash of nonsense. 40 tracks sound absolutely crazy. Let me see what I know they're already killing this gang. I'm just gonna be honest. Oh shit. I'm about to delete this Daily Now shit, because they always tell it pops up on my thing, and it's always bullshit. It's never real. Like, it's always bullshit. So I got caught retweeting one of them. So you know them fake ass pages on Twitter where they joke page, they supposed to be parodies. I got caught retweeting one of them shits that seemed real. I retweeted it, and they're like, "This is the Daily Now, nigga. Like this is not real." I was like, "Oh shit!" I learned less. This was about a year, and I learned my lesson. You'll go and see something that you want to be real, and you'll go retweet it, and that shit is a parody, and you're like, "Oh no." Drake hopped on a West Coast production for ICEMAN track. Kirko saying this, gang. So, gang, I'm telling you right now, this thing gonna have every genre on here. Every genre on here, gang. It's gonna be on here, gang. I'm gonna be honest. Every genre gonna be on here. Listen, this shit gonna have calypso, salsa, soca. Listen, this shit gonna have niggas doing rain dances. This shit gonna have everything on here, gang. I'm just gonna be honest. River dance. Shit. What's whooping feet talking about? Oh man. Whooping feet talking about something with bots. Drake burns down a bot farm and Iceman 4 and one shot shows an image resembling the Not Like Us cover on one of the phones. Gang, I told you it's going to get crazy. And Kirko's going to report it. I don't even need to know because they're going to keep it's going to be on my Twitter. I don't need to watch the thing. They're going to tell me everything. So now he's rapping on the West Coast beat and he burned down a bot farm. I can't make this shit up. Chig Stream said it's 3 albums. They think it might be to fulfill a deal. That could be true. I don't know if Lucien is going over. I don't know if Lucien is going for that, but that could be true. Now, the thing about that is, this is what people don't understand. You do something to it might backfire. You do something like that. Who's that hurting? You or UMG to put out 3 albums in one night of 40 tracks, and the people going to clown you. You didn't you now. So when you get out of the deal, now what? Right? So you fulfill the deal, right? Let's say you fulfilled the deal, this, that, and the third. Now you're free to go free and do this, that, and the third. But you just hurt your brand. You just literally hurt your brand. So what? Okay, it makes sense. If I owe you 3 albums, I don't know if they're on an album deal. I think they're on a like, I don't know. Let me see. Queen Bee said it's supposed to be Iceman, and the other album is supposed to be called Man of Honor. Is this an opera, soap opera? What the F is going on? 3 albums, the trash trilogy. This not gonna work. It's gonna backfire, gang. Because you see, they already getting really creative with the names already. Tamara said, I'm noticing a lot of X posts with the same script. Yes. You're going to see that same script. They're going to be very particular of what they write. The narrative is already crafted. That Zoom call already happened. They've been having Zoom calls leading up to this shit for months. They know what they're going to write. So Therapy's live watching it. Oh, that's funny as hell. Hey, they're going to cut his shit. Hold on, I didn't even see that. Who said that? I didn't know that he was live. I didn't know he was live watching it. Oh, that's funny. He risking his channel doing that. That's crazy. But people do that. People used to do that. We live streaming the thing. I don't know. Three acts. So these motherfuckers, they gonna be up to 5 in the morning to listen to this shit. Sheesh. Drake and Future officially reunite on Iceman with the new track. Molly Santana. Oh man, yo, listen. Listen, it's scary to be a full mass gang and not like you think. It ain't gonna be like they think. This ain't gonna be. They're going to listen. We already know what we think, but it's not gonna be us. It's gonna be these people on Twitter. They're going to make this into a nightmare. This is not going to work. They are going to destroy this album. They're going to destroy this album, gang. Give us 13 at top 15, just good tracks. But you're gonna do 40, my guy. And I guarantee you they're gonna make this into like, oh yeah, he's trying to Real Spitter said, I know this, but I'm finna check out this out. Do your thing. Everybody can listen to it. Everybody can listen to it. Do your thing, champ. But they're going to spin this into I got out of my deal. This is how he's playing chess. I can already hear Jay Roebuck in my ear right now. He's playing chess. You guys got to understand. He has an active lawsuit, right? He's trying to get out of his deal. It's going to be so much intelligence. The piece is going to get maddening. Gang going to get crazy. You're going to think you're in the Twilight Zone. You are going to think you're in the Twilight Zone by the time they get to spinning this thing and making him into a genius. But at the end of the day, gang, you just dropped 40 tracks. Gang, like this is like they're explaining the lawsuit to you. You're like, but it's a lawsuit, right? They can go on for days talking about the lawsuit and then they're done, and you're like, all that makes sense, low key, but it's a lawsuit over a battle. So now we're gonna hear about how smart these 3 albums at once is, and we're gonna be like, but you dropped 3 albums, gang. Like you dropped 3 albums in the same night, and you want everybody to what? Process this shit? How much music can you have? So you're not only gonna have to wait for you to come back with your new shit, like you're independent. It's gonna be another 2 years. Academics was in episode 4. Oh my God. This all shambles, gang. Tomorrow gonna be outrageous. Tomorrow gonna be outrageous. It's gonna be a nightmare, gang. I'm telling you right now. It's gonna be a nightmare. Act posted photos of him and Drake. Drake gave him an OVO chain. Let me sip this. Academics creaming on itself right now. Tomato Man, where are you? We never, gang. We need you more than ever. Yo, this dude Act is so happy right now, gang. Listen. Yeah, he back on the leash. You right. He back on the leash. Oh man, yo, listen. This is a whole spectacle. This is a whole spectacle. Company man just said 3 albums. Drake flooding the zone. Oh man, listen. It's a circus, gang. It's a circus. Drake turns himself into Drake burns the bots on the new ICEMAN. It's a circus, gang. It is a circus. I ain't even seen Academics chain yet. Tomorrow gonna be, listen, it's gonna be all over the place. I'm gonna have to rest up. This gonna be outrageous. I already know this gonna be way too much for one man to have. This gonna be insane. Can I go back to 95, pretty please? He finally went to Drake's house. Charles, I can't make out the first name, but one is Maid of Honor and the last is ICEMAN. So it's 3 albums. Tomato Man, we definitely need you. I think Tomato Man might not have enough strength right now. Said Drake do be showing his biggest supporters love is seen. A lot of this stuff is just to prove niggas wrong, gang. I'm just gonna be honest, man. We know he don't get along with no academics and don't like him. This is to prove dudes wrong, gang. Let's be honest. This motherfucker, he probably gonna see this nigga for 5 years after this. Yo, I can't, bro. This is a circus. It's good though. It's good for entertainment. Songs I hitting the Twitter. Oh, you guys gonna hear this shit whether you want to or not. They got songs up. Okay, so the second one is Habidi. So homeboy was right then. DJ Head was right. See, DJ Head be plugged in and they be trying to play him. He been right about everything he been saying. He been right about every damn thing he been saying. Somebody, there's a mole over there. They keep telling heads a whole lot of shit. Charles, I can't front. You be going mad if you hear this shit. You gonna fuck with the production. You sure, Leslie? You sure? 40 popping? Okay, let me see. I heard they leaked the track list. I think it's just business because there's no way Drake and Future really squashed it. Then again, Drake and Meek squashed it. I think Future knew he needed him, and he knew he needed Future. They needed each other. They knew that. They knew that. Oh man, I want to hear what he said. That sounds so funny. Yeah, that other one, I can't make out that name, Eve. I don't know what it is. It might be a Jewish word, to be honest. Habibity, something like that. Might be a Jewish word, to be honest. Yeah, your boy did it. I'm the only one dropped 3 albums. You can give him that. He did drop the 3 albums. He said head was the mole. I just don't understand what Drake is going to talk about for 3 hours. Same thing. Same thing, different. 40. I'm trying to think who I can actually imagine that's going to review this thing, that's going to make any sense to even watch, to even get any semblance. It just don't make no sense. I don't know how you review 40 albums. I mean 40 songs, 3 albums. It's like I don't know what to put out, so I'm just gonna put everything I ever did out. I wanna know if these guys are happy with this thing. They can't even know they can't be too far in it to even say that they're happy or not. I should hit up my brother-in-law, see what he doing. Let me see. He probably already texted me with some crazy ass emotions. Let me see if my brother-in-law probably in there popping. He said, Charles, your summer playlist gonna be super tragic. Stuck listening to Luther. Don't invite me to any parties. He's already locking in. He's already locking in. Hold on, let me see. Somebody, a company man put up something about Drake still dissing. Oh man, they already covering the disses already, gang. It's crazy. It's crazy. Wow. This is what it is, man. Tomato Man, tomorrow we gonna need you. Sabrina said, your brother-in-law lit. Listen, he ain't going to work tomorrow. He lit. He ain't no way he going to work. What's tomorrow? Friday? Yeah, he got out. But he been this was coming, so he probably already called out. 3 mid Drake out back to back might be considered torture. Say he dissing everybody. He dissing everybody. Well, somebody said that they want him to diss everybody. This the crazy thing. Like now, what? When you diss everybody, what they supposed to do? Like they supposed to make records against you? Like what they supposed to do? That's we gonna care about. Nobody gonna care about a Rick Ross diss record. Nobody cares about that. So who is worth dissing besides K-Dot? LeBron ain't gonna diss you back. Who's gonna diss you back? Right? Cole not gonna diss you back. You got free shots right now. Only nigga you worry about, only person you worry about is Dot. And he ain't tripping. I guarantee he's not tripping. And I'm gonna tell you one thing right now, 2 things for sure. I don't know K-Dot at all. I know he ain't gonna sit listen to no 40 songs. It's gonna be honest. They asked me on the show last night that I think K-Dot gonna listen to it. I said, yeah. I don't think he listen to this shit at all. I don't think he's gonna acknowledge this out. That motherfucker probably in Africa somewhere. I don't think he's gonna even acknowledge this shit at all. Right? He said, bro, my brother-in-law low-key hacked him. Yeah, listen, it could have been the hacker looked like that one of the numbers he put in my thing was from Jersey. So it might have been. It might have been. Tell you my brother-in-law live in Jersey. Let me see. It's gonna be a shit show. It's gonna be a nightmare. This is a whole lot of flashy. If you a fan right now, you eating good, but almost everything I'm hearing is going to get clowned in a severe way. They're going to have so many jokes about all this stuff. You know how it's like that one kid in school that's always doing too much and he think he killing shit, but he's always doing the most and everybody clowns him. That's what this feel like. It's just as a lot, gang. And I know they saying, Charles, you a hater, that this, that, and the third. All right, let me see. This Twitter lighting up. Drake tried to rap on a Drake type beat and absolutely shitted the bucket. They already started, gang. They already started. Somebody wrote Meek Mill didn't even act like this. Gang, it's gonna be, listen, it's gonna be a shit show because this is too much theatrics. This is way too much theatrics. This is like the ice. They licking the ice, doing this down the third. It turned a novel idea into a shit show, and this is what it's getting. This is what we getting. I'm just gonna be honest. You see, Head wrote something. Sidebar: the Breezy album is not a piece of shit. Oh, he's talking about that. He's talking about that review. Alphonse Pierre or whatever for Pitchfork. He said that the Chris Breezy album was a piece of shit. Listen to the Not Like Bushy said, Busby said, listen to Not Like Us. Oh my God, man, they going crazy. Elliot Wilson, how about you just give us one good one? Oh shit. Yo, listen, this going to get bad, gang. This going to get bad. The 3 album thing is insane. That's going to be a mistake, and a lot of his fans not going to like that. I'm telling you right now, they're not going to want to sit through 40 songs. I'm just going to be honest. Academics reacts to Drake name dropping Nicki Minaj and Cardi B on episode 4. So I guess he said Nicki Minaj name. Drake burning down bot farms in flames. It's the most hypocritical shit, gang. Come on, man. Like, I don't even be talking about this bot shit, but we know what it is, gang. And you're gonna burn down. So now what? It's what? You're not using them no more? That what you're saying? You don't want to use no more? You don't want Cujo the bot maker no more? Gonna find out Cujo is way more than a bot maker. They try to make him into a bot maker. This nigga's like one of the premier promotions and managers. Like, this guy is very, very integral and he's running the whole industry. They try to just say he's the bot maker. Drake will drop 3 albums. Yeah, it's a lot going on, gang. It is a lot going on. Wow. Oh, they got all the tracks right here. Sheesh. Wow. Oh boy. Everybody, all the features are people you expect though. It ain't no surprise features on there. Sexy Red, Central C, Popcorn, Low Shimmy, Party Next Door. Got him on the last damn near the last song on the whole album. Molly Santana and 21 Savage. Like, it's the same people that rock with him. Ain't no surprises in there. Almost 5K in the episode alone. And the comment section is done. I'm sure that comment section is crazy. I'll go over there. I got to go over there anyway. But I'm sure I got to see the comments. I know it's going to be insane. I know it's going to be insane. I know it's going to be insane. Cool. Say, I don't know why he need to drop 40 songs. I don't. This is not going to work. It's not going to work like you, gang. And I'm going to say something crazy. I think it's going to hurt it worse. I think it's going to hurt it worse because it's going to be a lot of people that don't want to hear 40 songs. They're going to stop at 12, stop at 18. They're not going to go back. I'm just going to be honest. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm gonna ask my brother-in-law tomorrow and be like, how you like them 40 songs? I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna say, you stayed up and listened to it? This is insanity, gang. And Party Next Door still in the sweatshop. My boy Jay Robach was on that video talking to the 5 Drake haters. That he said, they asked him, who did Drake put on? He said, well, Party Next Door career is thriving. Like, what the fuck? What did you talk about, my G? What do you mean? Describe thriving, my guy. The fuck did you talk about? Yeah. Keem's live album release show had more views than ICEMAN Part 4. Gang, this is a mistake. No way. The Don said, no, that's not real. You joking. It's 85 songs all across 3 albums. That's not real. That's funny as hell, though. Man, listen. First things first, head on over to black-yeti.com. Type in. I'm about to get the fuck, man. It's about to be 3.5 hours sitting here talking about this crazy ass shit. I'm coming back tomorrow. I'm gonna have it's gonna be a whole thing, a whole wrap up discussing this. Are you dead ass? Ain't no way it's really 85 tracks. Nah, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Let me Google this again. The Drake release. So then it's not Iceman then. Is it all Iceman? Let me see. This shit all over the place. Hold on. Google don't have it yet. All right, Drake Iceman album. Let me see. Man. Oh, it ain't updated yet. Hold on. Oh, it ain't updated yet. Shit. All right. 85 sounds absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Oh no, they got something here. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Maid of Honor. They updated it. Now this one got. Oh, they don't have the names right. Oh, this some bullshit. Some sexy. So hold on. Da-da-da-da. They don't have the tracks up yet, but they got the names of the albums up. Habidi, Maid of Honor. Oh, it's sad that I gotta know this shit, gang. I have to know this shit. If I'm gonna talk shit, I gotta know what I'm talking about. They don't have the numbers up yet. This is I don't even know what to tell you, gang. This is insane. It's insanity, gang. She said it might as well be 85 tracks. That's about as much as like. Also, Leslie said 3 separate albums, 41 tracks. That's too much. That's crazy. I don't even know what to tell you, man. I don't even know what to tell you. We're gonna leave it at 40. We're gonna say 41, 40. I know 85 sounds crazy. We're gonna say 40. We'll say 40 songs. 40 songs is too much, right? How do you even first of all, you have to listen to them all to decide what to put on there, decide the track order, the track listing, the mood of each. Like you gotta really sit with 41 records. There's no way to pull that off, gang. There's no way to pull that off. To make 41 solid. Yeah. I can't even. Dog, this not good. Now this is not a good idea, okay? Not a good idea. Episode 4 is not in the live drop menu. Can't see it. Oh man. I don't know, gang. I'm about to get out of here, man. I don't even know. This is insane. Like the whole concept of all this. This is going to be. I'm exhausted looking at the first. So they got so Kirko put up the track listing of all 3 albums in a row. And the Iceman album itself is massive. Like, this is crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Just Iceman is 18 tracks by itself. Then you got the other one, Maid of Honor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's another 14. Then Habibity, or whatever it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it's 11 on that third one, gang. I can't make this up. I can't make this up. Quality is 41. It's 41 songs on there. It's not 85, but it's 41. It's crazy. Ghost said, I barely made it through the fall off. Yeah, no, this is crazy, gang. This crazy. This is crazy. Listen, man, listen. This is what I'm going to say. Lock in, right? If you want to show your boy some love, hit up the Cash App, hit up the Venmo. They both say Charles Brown. Hit up the GoFundMe. Bring Tomato Man to life. That's on the GoFundMe. So show some love. I will be back tomorrow with another episode of Tomato Man, but this one gonna be. This sound like this gonna be a long. This gonna be a long weekend, gang. Yeah, this is bad, gang. This is bad. I don't know, man. This it's gonna be a lot of jokes. It's gonna be a lot of people that got nothing good to say about this shit, gang. I'm just gonna be honest. This is a mistake. This is a mistake. And he gonna suffer for this because they going to clown him. I will be back tomorrow, gang. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm gonna be back tomorrow. I don't even have no video set to play us out. But head on over to black-yeti.com. Put them tomatoes in the chat. All right. If you rocking with your boy, all right. I'm about to get out of here. I can't do this no more. I can't, gang. This is a lot to process, gang. This is way too much to process. This is way too much to process. We gonna see though. I wanted to talk about Chud the Builder. I didn't get to that because there's so much nonsense. Oh man, Nasir in the building. Listen, bro. I'm out of here, man. I'm gonna catch y'all on the flip side, man. Tomorrow we'll be back at it. This is gonna take a lot of research. It's gonna take. Oh man, this gonna be ugly, gang. This gonna get ugly. We gonna see, man. I appreciate you guys watching, and we had a couple technical difficulties in the very beginning, but it worked out. Early Jock, I see you. Appreciate you. Miracle Euro, Keyshawn Eddie. Listen, man, Chantel, Quality, Wonder Man, your music, Van Life, Sims, as always, Diego, P. Crawley, King, and then we got Sosa, Miss Cookie. I didn't see Miss Hummers in here tonight. I don't know what's going on, Poison Ivy. I think I hope that cause something happened the other night in the chat, and I think accidentally something her thing got deleted or something. Hopefully she don't feel no kind of way. All right. So reach out to Poison Ivy, let her know that, you know what I'm saying? Whatever happened, I think it might have did something because it was a new something was going on with it. I don't know what happened. Something happened with it. It was just start acting up, and I had to try to reset it. So I don't know. But gang, listen, I'm getting out of here. We're gonna meet again tomorrow at some point in time. I appreciate all of you popping in. All right. And I'm gonna see y'all on that flip side. I was gonna just leave this on and let y'all just hang out and talk. See, I'm about to check out though, gang. All right. I'm gonna catch y'all on that flip side. Let me leave this up here right here real quick for you.